sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
All right, we're live. We're here. We're in the studio. Smiley just fought through the crazy Sunday afternoon traffic.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that you don't actually drive on Sundays.
Yeah, I do too. What is it? The church crowd?
I don't know what other people do on Sundays, but there's a lot of traffic out there.
Okay. All righty. Well, you're here.
I am here.
Made it just barely.
Yeah, sorry about that. I shouldn't have taken Gibson.
You took Gibson?
Well, yeah, I had to come back. I was coming down from my work.
Oh. Smiley works at the Bird of Paradise where, people, you don't want to go there at night.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's where I work. You should definitely go there.
Not at night.
I mean, when I work is at night.
Yeah. Do you guys go to the Bird of Paradise at night? You know where it's at?
I don't even know what it is.
It's a liquor store on Gibson and...
Gibson and Valencia.
Yeah, near San Pedro.
Oh, I wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
It's the worst one in town.
Yeah.
We're the only ones open after 11.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because we're not lazy.
Yep. Well, yeah, welcome to 10 Drink Minimum. I'm your host, Chris Burnett, and this show is sponsored by the Topo Chico Seltzer, which we have. I think that's all we have today is Topo Chico Seltzer. There's no beer.
Well, I mean, I went and got more. That's a part of the reason I was late. I was up at my work getting that.
Driving through the traffic.
Yes. Again, I think you don't drive around on Sundays. There's so much traffic right now.
Do you guys believe it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
There is a lot of construction around, I think.
Smiley, we have some business to attend to today.
Oh.
We do. Welcome to the show, everyone. I want to say who's here today. We have Byron, and we have Brenda, and we have Maria from Sandia Music and Sound. And
welcome back.
Your face is just
no, Smiley, don't you do that. Don't you welcome these people back.
Why?
These people got jokes. These people are comedians. They think they're funny.
It took us 5 weeks to write those jokes.
Funny people.
It took us a day because it was so easy.
Yeah, they think they're funny.
They think
5 weeks.
Funny. Well, you know what, Smiley?
What?
I have a show, and I got jokes too.
Oh no.
I sure do.
I feel like I missed something.
You did.
Oh, I did.
Because you don't get on Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah,
Facebook.
So they hold on. First of all, Byron, knock.
Who's there?
Not customers.
Hot damn.
Definitely not. I'm in the store for an hour and a half on Friday, and I've seen more exciting things at an Amish insurance convention.
We turned off the open sign,
sure,
so we wouldn't be bothered.
That's exactly what
because we were creating content.
We were doing.
Is that right?
It was a professional shoot. We had a high profile actor came in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And we needed
had
things.
talent come in, so we didn't want to.
I
real
see.
You swarmed in with fans. We're we're closed.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Brenda?
Yeah.
Great idea on the Between Two Guitars. Was the Office taken? Could you not do that one?
That's actually our next video. We were
all right. Yeah, original content. Yeah, there we go.
Original content. We come up with everything on our own.
Yeah.
See, I want Maria to be quiet because I'm going to leave him alone because they hire him and they make him do these things.
The hair joke was actually Maria, though.
That is true.
Motherfucker. Well, Maria.
They made me do it. I'm gonna blink twice.
Are you keeping the Buffalo Exchange in money over there?
I hate Buffalo Exchange. Buffalo Exchange is so expensive.
Not on the last day of the month. It's $1 for a lot of items.
This is news to me. I'm going to go to Buffalo Exchange now.
That's time to go there.
So Smiley, they did a video. Have you ever heard of Between Two Ferns from Zach Galifianakis?
Yes.
They did Between Two Guitars, and they roasted me
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
It was pretty funny.
I think you enjoyed it. I think you liked it.
sounds like he loved it.
I did, of course. But I can't not.
We're never invited again.
I can't not
That's
retort.
it. I'm out of here now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I can't not retort, right?
that's true. We were prepared for it.
Well, see now,
just
and
in
see,
case.
see now, people are like, "Whoa, I better go fucking find this fucking video." Jesus Christ, what they said? They said mean things to me, Smiley.
I'm bewildered.
They attacked my fashion. They attacked my hair.
Your fashion? No.
But I will say it wasn't out of the realm.
They said, "What the fuck?" They said I shop at Hot Topic, and I was like, "No, I've
God,
never bought."
You could say that about me.
Yeah, you can say
Not
that.
Chris.
Well, we can say about both of you, realistically.
Really? With the skull on your shirt? Come on
With
now.
the Vans?
What's that?
With your Vans?
I got these at Buffalo Exchange, actually.
Oh, there.
$30. I'm very thrifty.
I love thrifting.
Now we know something.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the show. Now that all the meanness is out,
That's true.
all the vitriol. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Just good. Just
I mean,
We're
whatever.
great.
We're doing better, but now
Now that I attacked you. Now that I attacked you.
Now it's a little awkward.
now it's a little awkward in
I
here.
don't
They
know if I
were
wanna
doing
be here.
good.
Kind of hot. You guys getting hot in
I
here?
know.
Hey, wow.
It's-
I feel
Jeez.
good. I
Yeah.
feel great.
I'm
now.
sure you do.
No, it's really funny though, because like I did leave there and I went to the store and I'm in line and I'm like, man, I was like, that was fine, but it was a little mean. And then this lady next to me, she goes, "You are absolutely gorgeous." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And it really like that was it. I was fine. She's like, "Wow." She's like, "Happy Valentine's Day." And I was like, "Thank you." And I was like, "No." I was a little flush. So that helped. So yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. I had a good time. Thank you guys for inviting
we
me.
did feel bad
And-
a little. We were like, did we go too far?
Don't forget to talk in the
Sorry.
microphone.
We're like, did we
There
go
you
too
Into the
far?
mic, into the
No,
mic.
not at all. I kind of feel like you have to, like, because I watched
Yeah.
like the Brad Pitt one, and then I think they were really nice to Obama, but
Yeah.
the Brad Pitt
Gonna have to
one,
be.
like he like spit his gum, or one of them they like some dude like spits his gum on Zach Galifianakis, and I was like, dude, that's rough.
Jeez Louise.
The crazy part is like it was really hard to keep a straight face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so
it's
there, if
so
if you
hard.
watch the video, there's some cuts because
Yeah,
Some very
I'm not
obvious
gonna say who kept laughing.
someone was laughing. It wasn't us.
Well, it definitely wasn't me. I'm gonna say someone kept laughing. I'm not gonna say who.
Couldn't
No
have
one
been
in
me because
particular.
I wasn't in the video.
I can't point out. I'm not gonna point a finger.
Point anybody out. Just keep zooming back. Zoom in.
But no. But we got it done pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah.
So what happened with the Brenda cut? Did you not talk in the microphone enough?
Yeah, the sound. And then Byron was jealous of how funny my cut was. So he was like, you know what, let's post mine.
Wow.
No, what it came down to was your reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
I-
reactions.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were
I
funnier.
think it was a lot funnier.
Yeah.
When you first heard it,
Okay.
rather than rehearing them, and it felt like you were already prepared.
When I first heard it, like for the
Yeah.
third time, because you kept laughing.
Brenda,
It
wasn't dude. She made it through really quickly. I was like, oh wow.
well, no, because it was just my delivery that made her
Oh.
laugh. So
she
was
would
laughing
laugh
off camera, which
she
made
would
us
laugh, yeah, and it would make you laugh.
I would
Wait,
laugh.
when you keep saying us, I never was laughing.
Communal in the room. It's just us.
Who is this we?
Yeah.
You,
Uh,
Me, myself, and I.
you were heaving
Yeah.
at one point.
It is very easy to make Byron laugh. though.
Super easy. I'm the worst.
Oh, so you guys you're back again, which more than welcome. But like you guys have some stuff coming up. You guys, since
Yeah.
you last were here, you were talking about like doing an open mic night. You were talking about comedy. So what's happened since you guys have left?
Well, we did our first comedy night, which was really fun. We have a 2-day event coming. It'll be Friday, Saturday, the 21st and 22nd. The 21st is comedy night again.
Okay,
And the 22nd, we're having a little concert.
who's
So we're
playing?
very
We're
excited.
having a lot on the 22nd.
Who's playing?
Almost Always Never.
Oh, I saw them last night.
Yeah, Anything That Moves, and Violet Rising, which we're really excited to have.
I like almost always never anything that moves. It's like that. Is that a paragraph or is that two bands?
2 bands.
No, I know.
One
Yeah.
band.
one. bit.
Oh,
No, we're very excited though to have them. So it's our first concert that
Mm-hmm.
we're hosting, and yeah, we're really excited.
Really nervous.
Almost always never played a country set last night.
Did they?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
That's
kind of
neat.
cool. I guess like I don't know why the Mango Cakes decided to do a country theme, and they had JD Nash and the Rash of Cash.
Oh yeah, I did see
And-
that on your social.
Yeah, and JD, well, I'm bringing it up. He came back from some health problems, and it was really good to see him play again. And
Yeah, good deal. Yeah, I haven't seen him out for a while.
yeah, so that was pretty cool. But so the Mango, the Almost Always Never, they all dressed like Holstein cows.
That's what's up.
And I mean, they were all in like regular clothes, but the design was like Holstein, black and white.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was they did brown and white, which I don't know why they that is, but Holstein's.
Different?
Well, yeah, but a Holstein cow is black and white.
That's true.
There is no brown and white spotted cow. I grew up on a farm and a ranch. I had
Can
to
you
explain.
tell?
I had to
Can you
explain.
tell?
I had to explain this to a lot of people last night because the people wearing cowboy hats that don't normally wear cowboy hats, and
Here, let me tell you about cows.
nope.
Slow your roll.
I told them about cowboy hats. I was like, "How many X is your cowboy hat?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I was like,
How many gallons is your cowboy hat?
"That's not a thing."
No.
I mean, there is 10-gallon hat, yeah, but I mean, cowboy hats, like there's a 10-gallon hat, but like no one wears those. But like your
So like a
Stetson,
5-gallon
your
hat.
Stetson hat is either 1X through 10X.
Mhm.
And what that tells you is how much percentage of the hat is beaver pelt.
Not how many people you've murdered.
Well, it could be.
Teardrop.
How many
Yeah,
how many
X's
beavers
does your
how
hat
many
have?
beavers you murdered? So maybe. I don't know.
I didn't know there was a qualification for that. All my hats are 100% beaver.
Then no. Do you know how expensive that would be?
About $150 a pop.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Beavers are expensive.
You're talking like $3,000,
They're
$3,000 or $4,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is there like a faux beaver?
Yeah.
Sure
Is that a
there
thing?
Oh,
is.
that's a question.
Can I have one of these?
Yes, sir.
Is that why the platypuses are no longer around?
Is it,
Are they no longer around?
platypus?
Did they
on
come
all?
back?
I don't know. I have
they
at
come
least
back?
I have at least one that says it's made out of 100% beaver felt.
Where did you
I
get
would-
it?
Is
I
it
got it from the man's hat shop
is
downtown.
it a Stetson? Well,
How?
It's
Oh.
not a Stetson. It's a top hat.
Oh,
okay.
and he said it was 150.
Yeah. So you know.
Okay, it was more.
You know what it's about, right?
It was more
I-
like 260. That one.
That's
Okay.
still
Okay.
seems
Very
like
low.
So cheap.
Very low.
What
Yeah.
would be the correct price for a
100%?
100% beaver
Like
hat?
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. They're not, it's not joke. Like that,
Yeah.
like George Strait would wear one like in concert. That's the kind of level. Because like if you're a cowboy, you have multiple hats, and one of them's like one you wear when you're working, like out in the dust and
Mhm.
shit, and that's like your cheap,
Just cowhide.
it's like maybe like a 1 or 2X shitty
Mhm.
like Stetson hat you got at Tractor Supply.
Exactly.
But then you have your you're going to town hat, where you
Which
got
is the nicer one.
oh yeah, and then you might have one in the middle.
See, I love
Okay,
this
okay.
because next time I see someone with a hat, I'm going to ask them, and
How
I'm
many
going to
X?
judge them based on their.
And you know what?
Yeah.
And you know what? If they don't know, then they probably have never ridden a horse,
I just
cowboy, never. Yeah,
Probably
They're not real cowboys, is what
Uh-uh.
you're
They're
saying.
not real.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, yeah.
posers.
Okay.
right.
I was not aware of this at all.
And like the other thing too, like because when I would go to school, like because I went to a very small, like rural school, if someone wore tennis shoes with a cowboy hat, that was like a faux
Mm-mm.
pas,
Mm-mm.
big faux pas, right?
That's disgusting.
Did you grow? Are you like grew up in the country?
No, I didn't. I just
But your heart did.
my heart did.
So here's where I got into an argument one time with
Yeah.
with a set. What are they? People who they deck you out in clothes for a movie shoot.
Costume.
Costumer, yeah.
Mm.
My friend was doing a movie, and they were like, "We're gonna put cowboy boots on you." And he was like, "Do I tuck my pants in or out?" And she goes, "You're supposed to tuck them in."
No.
And I was like, "You're actually not
No.
supposed to tuck them in."
no.
And she
no,
goes,
no.
"I have several cowboy friends in Santa Fe that would disagree with you." And I was like, "Well, I have several cowboy friends in Eastern New Mexico would probably say your friends from Santa Fe aren't cowboys."
Right.
Right. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you never. No, I didn't. I didn't grow up in the country, but that's my
Yeah.
my heritage. Both my grandfathers were
So
ranchers.
they taught you right.
They taught me right
You tuck your pants into your boots when you're working.
when you're working. Yeah, you
Because
never.
you don't want to get them tagged.
You know, look at this. Look at this.
He's got them on
Yeah,
right.
We got one right
Look
now.
right now.
Yeah.
But you're working. We're here working, so they
Oh
can't
my
be
God.
tucked
That
in.
is true.
I gotta tuck this.
You gotta tuck them in. So you don't want to get it caught on a cactus.
Exactly
when you're riding. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Mhm.
because that's the thing.
But it was really funny how she said it. She's like, I have a couple of cowboy friends in Santa Fe that would disagree with you.
Like Santa Fe, California?
Oh, Santa Fe?
Yeah, there's so many ranches in Santa Fe.
Right.
I'm sure there's
so many hard-working blue-collar men in Santa Fe.
Julia Roberts has a ranch in Santa Fe?
That's Taos.
Taos.
Yeah.
Does she have a ranch?
Who has a ranch in Santa Fe? Someone famous has a ranch in Santa Fe.
People don't really have ranches in Santa Fe.
Yeah,
That was my
I
point.
know.
It's not a ranch place.
Rancho.
Well, I mean,
It's a
Val
ranch.
Kilmer, so all the people who have ranches and stuff, that's like more north, like Steve Papu and Powake. Powake is, that's where
we're talking now Santa Fe County.
Yeah. Well, see, let me tell you something. When you have to go up there and you're looking for someone's address, they'll live in Powake, but they will put that they live in Santa Fe. And you're like, call them and you're like, because I used to travel for to do work on computers, and I'd be like, hey, I'm trying to figure out where your house is, and I'm in Santa Fe, but I'm driving out of Santa Fe. Yeah, I live in Powake. And I'm like, well, it says you live in Santa Fe. I live in Santa Fe County every fucking time.
It's insufferable.
And I'm like, so you don't live in Santa Fe? Well, I live in Santa Fe County. Not what I'm fucking asking you. You know? Because you
the same way, we're in Bernalillo County, but we don't live in Bernalillo.
I don't go,
crazy.
I live in Bernalillo County. Like, who fucking says that? You know?
No
do you
one.
guys know anybody that lives in Bernalillo?
No.
I know some people who live
I know a couple people.
Bernalillo.
Is that how you say it?
I think so. That's the proper pronunciation on that one.
There's
I've been saying it wrong for years.
there's
When
plenty of
I first moved here, I lived in Bernalillo.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hey,
so real.
It was a stepping stone to get to here.
So real.
So who do you? So
Oh wow.
how did the?
guys-
Go
Have
ahead.
you guys noticed this has a clean taste?
It's very clean.
Super clean.
I'm glad we're having it chilled.
Hey, Smiley. During the Between Two Guitars, they made fun of the Topo Chico sponsorship.
Our sponsor.
He said it was PBR. Like,
This
not,
PBR take it.
Yeah.
Do you have any PBR available for me to drink?
I think there might be one in there.
You know, I've never hit them up, but I'm pretty sure we could get a sponsor from them too.
Yeah,
I love
You should
PBR.
try.
PBR is my favorite.
It wouldn't hurt.
I do like PBR too. Do you like the regional beers?
Yeah.
A goal of mine in life was to hit every regional beer that I could, and I think I've completed it. Right, because I've done Lone Star, I've done Rainier in Seattle, and then Old German and what's the other beer? Olympia up there, right? Then in Chicago, I've done Old Style,
Old School, or Old Style. That's what it is.
Then I got to up in the northern area, and I did Natty Boh, National Bohemian, and Narragansett, and I think that's it. There may be more. I don't know. Please, somebody tell me. Have you ever had Narragansett?
No.
It's from Rhode Island, and it's amazing. And it's called it's Narragansett, and it says on the can, "Official beer of the clam."
That's what's up.
Have you had Yingling?
That is what
I've had Yingling.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
I think that's there you go.
What's the other one?
the one you're
Genesee
missing.
Cream Ale.
Genesee,
yeah,
yeah.
had that one. So I'm a big fan, and it's funny because PBR like owns, I think, almost all of them.
Really?
Yeah, because they had PBR almost went under in the 80s and 90s, and then all the hipsters started drinking it, and they had such a resurgence they were able to just buy all these other companies.
Interesting.
And
And it's
they
still so
got
cheap.
they got another blue ribbon.
Really? So it's
Pabst Blue Ribbon twice now.
it's
Like recently?
PBRBR?
It's well, not like recently now, but
Ribbons.
Yeah.
within the last decade. They
See-
like when the resurgence happened, they got
That's when they got their second one.
yeah, they got their second win,
Interesting.
and it was American style lager.
Yeah,
Mm.
I always love to fuck with people if they're pouring it on draft, I'll get it, and people are always like, "Oh, what are you drinking?" I'm like, "Oh, this has won awards," and right away they're all, "Really?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Wow.
a blue ribbon to be exact."
That's right,
I
two
would
of
say
them.
Two.
Two of them now.
2 blue ribbons.
And they're always like, "Is it PBR?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, and I'm like, "It's won awards."
It's one award. It's
In
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
1885, it won the best beer.
It's a good
And
beer.
like 2001 or 2004, one of those.
I want to know what the beer was like in those days. People were like, "This tastes like drinking cement," but this one doesn't. An award.
This one doesn't taste like swill. There's almost no pea flavor to it.
Yeah,
Oh, those
This
are
one wins.
expensive.
this one wins.
setting the bar really low.
Yeah.
This one's drinkable, and it won't give you blindness immediately.
Yeah, you won't go blind right away.
This one makes
Oh,
me throw up from drinking.
I'll have 2 of those. So how did the comedy show go?
It was fun. We had
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was fun.
it was fun.
They were all really good.
What was the worst joke you heard?
Yeah.
We can't say
Oh, really?
for respect to the
it's-
comedians.
Okay.
Rated R.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about the rated R part.
There's
We
children
can
on
say
the
that.
show. No,
We
I'm just
love
kidding.
that anyone would want to come to Sandia and play.
All right, what's the
and
best
talk.
joke you heard?
Is it?
Did you guys watch the show?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Guys, go at it. Go at it. We're going to be in the back, though.
you
Tell us when you're
good.
done.
You got it.
Yep, fine.
If you need a
If
soda,
any
just
customers
call.
come in, just sell them some shit. It's cool.
It's fine. We trust
It's just
you.
Royal in the
Yeah.
back scanning stuff. We really is it Parker? It's Chuck Parker.
Chuck Parker.
Yeah, I don't always want to say.
I like
Powers
Chuck
for
Parker.
some reason.
He's like I would call his comedy like angry man comedy.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
it
funny.
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
he
Very
was
good.
probably my favorite of the
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
I would say so. He was really funny.
And his girlfriend has a really cool look to her. I was like obsessed with her the whole night.
Is she a comedian
Yeah.
or just
No, she just
No,
came
but-
with him.
Oh.
She
But I was like,
looked
she just
cool.
looks so cool.
He's dressed nice.
Yeah.
Did you walk up and go, hi? How are
I
you?
did, and I said, I was like, oh, I like your outfit.
And then she turned around and left.
And then she turned around.
Oh, what's
Wow.
up, Fly Honey? You look
Yeah.
amazing.
Duke
I'm
City
gonna go
Warrior is
here.
asking how we are. We are doing well. I feel good. I'm not sick anymore.
Ooh.
See, that's always good.
But I did put on. I did gain back 3 of the pounds I lost during my sick week. I lost 9 pounds in 5 days.
How dang.
That's healthy.
It was not, but I was very sick. At my birthday show, I was very sick. It sucked.
Ooh. So you got everybody else sick, is what you're saying.
That's their problem.
That's their problem.
I did hear some gruff last night. They're like, I got sick at your party. I was like, oh, that's
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
weird. That's news to me.
What are you talking
And
about?
I was like, you were the one who was making out with what? No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe you shouldn't have made out with a sick dude. I don't
Hey,
know. What to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know how long, dude. I waited
This is
6
your
days.
fault.
I waited 6 days from getting the sickness. So I don't know how long it lasts. But I'm gonna get that fucking flu shot next year, man. That is no joke.
Yeah.
We're anti-vaxxers.
Are you really?
No.
I'm like, wow, get out.
I'm all. Did you see? There's
I
a
was like,
measles.
we have the measles right now.
there's a measles outbreak in southeastern New Mexico.
Yeah, I saw that it's coming. I
Yeah,
have children,
crazy.
and so I've been tracking it.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm like, just back
She's
your
all.
kids.
I downloaded the measles tracker.
Yeah, I was like, just vaccinate your children, please.
Forgets it with 100 feet of us. My
Yeah.
phone.
Was this just my generation? But were you of the generation where the way you got your measles vaccine was like your friend had measles and they're like, oh, everyone sleep over at the measles
I think
kid's
you're
house.
talking about chicken pox. Not
Yeah,
measles.
chicken pox. That was the
Oh,
thing.
chicken pox.
Chickenpox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
measles will kill you.
Well, there was-
chicken pox party. Yeah.
There was
Sorry,
3 of us,
smallpox.
so we
The
each
smallpox
got it
party.
right after the other.
Smiley's of that generation where they have like 12 children because 8 survived to run the farm.
To run the farm.
To run the farm.
I mean,
With your hat and your
we
boots.
didn't all
To wear
make it.
the boots correctly, yeah.
They're all. Then we lost my other sister.
With hope and a prayer, some of them will survive to
Dysentery was
adulthood.
rough.
Dysentery.
Dysentery was awful.
Then there
I
was
would
the
die
time we
from
had to forge the river. We lost
We hit a
4
rock
kids.
and lost everything.
Lost 4 kids in the piano.
In the piano.
So like you guys are like joking, but like you're describing my childhood. I'm like, I had dysentery growing up. I almost died from that.
Yeah, this guy had botulism because he ate stuff out of the trash.
So real.
I'm not making that up,
No, that was
I-
bad.
That's
I
like
couldn't.
my
believe it.
favorite fact now about you.
dude. It caused
No,
nerve.
the
Dude, that shit'll
botulism.
cause nerve damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't feel like the left side of my body for almost 2 years.
Hot damn.
But those were good chicken wings, huh?
Oh, those were trash chicken wings. I should never have dug them back out.
Man,
So cool.
I feel like this has been the off the rails episode.
Anyway,
I'm gonna shift the gears. So this weekend is like the big anniversary for SNL.
Mm.
I'm gonna watch. We're gonna
50
I'm gonna,
years, right?
after this. My friends are coming over. We're gonna watch that episode. They're gonna do But did you guys catch any of the Friday night? Speaking of music, Friday night the SNL homecoming show,
I
the
did not.
concert, homecoming concert.
No,
Holy
I
shit.
don't know.
That was the thing.
First of all, there's 2 things. They did there's a documentary about SNL.
Yeah.
And then they made a documentary that is just SNL music.
Music.
It is. I haven't watched the documentary about SNL, but I watched the music one. Questlove directed it,
Mhm.
and it is fucking amazing.
I want to see it. What's it on?
Peacock.
Ooh.
So the very first 10 minutes of it, I am astounded by. Like, he took all these different performances throughout the 50 years, right? And he just interweaves them for the first 10 minutes of the fucking thing, right? And so, like, people are playing over each other, and it works.
Yeah.
And you're like, how in the fuck did he do this? And it's unbelievable, right? So then they go through, like, it's like a 2-hour documentary. Let me shut this off. And about all the different musical acts that have been on there, all the crazy shit that's happened, like the Elvis Costello, where he told them he was going to play one song, and then he stopped and he played another one, and they like flipped out because I guess they told him not to play that song. Then there was this Sinead O'Connor where she ripped up the Pope's picture.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And
Did they have like Faith No More where he like climbs up into the fan?
yes, and then the Rage Against the Machine. Like, I didn't even realize this, and I saw the episode. They had Rage Against the Machine on the same episodes. They had Steve Forbes, who was running for president. You have a billionaire guy running for president, and then you have Rage Against the Machine as the band.
That's what's up.
So they kept putting the American flag upside down on their amps, and the production people kept pulling them off. And so right before they were going on stage, they had the roadies throw the American flags upside down on the amps again. And I guess they got them off right in time to go live. And then they told Rage Against the Machine they were cutting the second song, so they only got to play one song, and then didn't even let them do the good nights, kicked them out onto the street. I
Wow.
was like, holy shit. But
Way to Rage Against the Machine.
if you guys haven't, if anybody out there has not watched that documentary, it is amazing. So then Friday night,
I didn't know it was out yet.
it's been out.
Oh,
So then
dang.
Friday night at Radio City Music Hall, they did a 2-hour SNL homecoming concert to come into the weekend, right? Holy shit, it is badass. I was like watching it earlier, and I was like, I'm just going to turn it on and like watch, a little bit, and then, clean some stuff. And fuck, it was so, like, right away, like, Jimmy Fallon is the host. And he does the first thing they do is they, like, first of all, the Roots are the house band for the entire 2 hours. Like, oh, awesome. And Jimmy Fallon does the Blues Brothers tribute. He sings the whole song, and they have dancers that came out, and they were all dressed like the Blues Brothers, right? They did all that shit. That was cool. They had they did the Lonely Island. So they do. Lady Gaga starts playing the song from A Star Is Born, and Andy Samberg starts singing with her, and then she's like, this isn't working, and he's like, well, what are we gonna do? And he's like, too bad Justin's not here, and she goes, I'm not good enough. She goes, I can't be Justin, and he's like, well, I guess you can. So Lady Gaga and fucking Andy Samberg start doing Dick in a Box.
Right.
Sure. And right away, I'm like, this is amazing, right? And then it escalates, and more people come out, and it turns into like this collage of every Lonely Island sketch they ever did on SNL. Okay. And I'm like, what in the fuck is happening? And then Eddie Vedder comes out and does like... he sang a Tom Petty song, and I started crying because I love Tom Petty so much. And it was like the in memoriam of all the people who passed away from SNL, and it was amazing. But then they did a Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer did the couple where like he's bald and she's like dresses up like basically like they're church people, and like he's playing the piano and she sings, and they sang all these like modern hits. It was so badass. Definitely watch it.
They're the ones with the cat songs, right?
Yes. And they did. God, who did they do? They did. He's all. Is Kenny Lamar and Drake blah 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 in the audience? He's all. Let's squash this right now with a hug of love. No, not A Cold Day in Hell. It was really good. But the whole thing was amazing. Like Lauryn Hill and Wyclef came out and did a whole fucking thing. Jelly Roll did a Johnny Cash tribute on there, and then who else? Who else came out? Jack White. It's crazy. Bonnie Raitt shredded it. Like, I can't believe how well like they put all that shit together.
Yeah.
It's so good, so good. Tracy Morgan's on it. He sings.
I mean, it has been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only got canceled once, right?
Never once.
Okay, well,
No.
they only fired their producer once.
Well, he left after 5 years, and then Dick Ebersol was the.
I'm going to keep saying things that are wrong, so he'll correct me. It's
He's
hilarious.
like, well, actually.
No, because
that's great.
I'm one of those people.
He's a fanatic.
I'm a fanatic about that show. Yeah. Do you guys love SNL?
I stopped watching it. The only one I like now is Marcelo.
Yeah.
Marcelo. I think
Yeah.
he's really funny. So I only watch his skits.
Which one is Marcelo?
Is it Marcelo Hernandez?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, he's very good.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me ask you this: who was your cast?
Oh my gosh, I really like the Jimmy Fallon cast
Mhm.
with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. I think
Okay.
they were all hilarious.
Okay.
I think I have the best of Jimmy Fallon, which is like sometimes I'll throw on the
Really?
DVD. Yeah, because it's so funny.
He
to
would
me.
always drive me crazy how much he laughed.
Now he drives me crazy. Like I don't watch his show, but back
Yeah.
then when he was younger, I feel like he was really funny. But I think like breaking character is funny in SNL.
Yeah.
Like when they're just so funny together that they break character. Like Debbie Downer.
Oh.
That was my favorite to watch them.
Wow. No.
Yeah. It's my
Yes.
favorite to watch them break character with that
So-
one.
But then I got the flu.
So real.
So that's my favorite
Yeah.
cast.
What about you, Baron?
I want to say I love it.
Mhm.
I want to say I've watched it because Brenda obviously loves a whole like generation of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Um,
what generation of the cast? Like when you were you watching it?
Yeah.
When I was like actually like watching it,
yeah, they always say it's when you were in high
Uh,
school, you know.
yeah, I mean maybe Andy Samberg I think was
The
the
Lonely
was
Island.
when I was like I'll
Mhm.
watch it like almost like every few weeks kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who was that guy? On the Skeleton Twins,
Oh,
What's his name?
Bill Hader.
Bill
Yeah,
Hader.
Bill
Oh
Hader.
yeah. Fuck
He's
yeah.
very-
When he did the
Dude, and then in like
That's a
and
good
Fred
movie, too.
Armisen.
no what's the
Oh,
one
I love Fred Armisen.
where he does all like the updates for
Wait,
Stefan?
Yeah,
Stefan, yeah.
that one.
That was my favorite.
He's all.
Yeah, Bill Hader's amazing.
Oh, we should do that video.
We should do that.
Do you know?
video.
Do you know what's crazy
No,
too?
the Californians.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
the
With Fred
Californians
Armisen?
was really funny.
That was funny.
What's crazy though is like when you hear him interviewed and he talks about how much insane amounts of anxiety he had. He never enjoyed himself ever, and it's like, but you were so amazing on
Yeah.
him and like Fred Armisen. What I love and hate about him all at the same time is Fred Armisen is one of the most talented fucking individuals on the planet because like he's like this amazing drummer, and he can play.
There's a few videos of him on YouTube
Mhm.
where he's just like
Jokes
he
for
has a loop
drummers.
station.
What's that?
He has a loop station.
Yeah.
And he just does like all the parts to
Mhm.
this random song, and he kills it.
Yeah.
And
And
it's so
then
good.
and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go be on SNL and be funny
Yeah.
as fuck,
Yeah.
do impressions of other people. Have you watched his like stand up for drummers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I saw him do stand up.
He's on stage with a drum set telling jokes.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like how?
and then there's drums all down the line, and he goes through and he does all the different like drum like throughout history. And then I saw him at Sunshine, and he did it was stand up for musicians, and it was beautiful. But like, how is this guy so talented?
Right,
Like,
right.
Oh, and don't forget about Portlandia.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Portlandia.
Portlandia's
funny.
hilarious.
Right? And he's like, I'm going to take another musician, and we're going to make a fucking comedy show that's going to take over everything.
That's
And
right.
then
Me-
him on Broad City is really funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So funny. I still say
Oh, and when he's in 30 Rock, he
Yeah.
always, you know, like they're always like, he's always random characters, and you're like, what the fuck? That's amazing.
The funny one I always find because I watched it recently when he's Malipnos in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes, Malipnos. Yes, no. Yeah.
Thank you. It just closes the door.
Thank
Yeah.
you. He just takes the picture. He's all, thank you. Yes. I love that shit. He's so, that cast was amazing. Like, I love, like, mine was like,
Yeah. What was your cast growing up?
I mean, I love a bunch of them, but like the big one was, Adam Sandler and David Spade, Norm Macdonald.
Oh yeah, no,
when
I was the Wayne's World
Yeah.
crew. I was Dana Carvey was my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
person. in
Wayne's
the
World.
world.
They did a
Wayne's-
Wayne's World sketch on
We did.
their channel, their real channel, where a hat, the only 10 drink minimum hat that in existence is in that episode.
Well, because I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, technically, podcast is like having a web like episode, how they had
Oh.
it, and I was like, who do we know? And I was like, well, duh, 10 drink minimum.
I have a whole story on this. So the city constantly tries to revamp this studio downtown, and I feel like they do it
They dust it off every few years. Oh, hey, that's right. We have this.
we haven't put out a press release in a while. Let's put out a press release. So when Billy and I used to do the show together, it was just Billy and I before Smiley. They hit me up and they're like, "Hey, would you like to come down and talk to us about maybe possibly doing some work with us?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm like, so we go in downtown. It's next to Sushi Hana. You know what I'm talking about? It has all those TVs like in the window. So upstairs they have this full on radio studio. It's got mic arms. It's got tables. And I go in there and I'm like, this is, back in the day when
We did not have this yet.
Yeah, we were struggling.
I was only a sound guy for their live gig.
Were you with us yet?
Well, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you guys were talking about this, but like
Yeah.
I just showed up on
So-
the weekends to do sound.
So then I'm like, I go in and I'm talking to this guy and he's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like looking at this room and it looks like a Howard Stern set. And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, this is badass." He's like, "The only thing is, if you do it, you just can't cuss." And I was like, "Oh yeah, we can be funny without cussing. I don't need to cuss." And so I'm like looking at this and I'm like, "Yes, let's do this." And I'm all in, and Billy's all in, and they're like, "Yeah, come back for this like open house. We're gonna have an open house." And so I came back, and Billy and I came back, and we walk in, and the same guy, we see him, we start talking to him, and another dude comes over, and this guy looks like he makes more money than the guy we were talking to. Definitely, like his clothes look way more expensive in a golf way.
A suit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And more of the like
hair slicked back.
No, like the very expensive like golf outfit.
The polo,
Like his
What
polo
is it? The little gator.
little polo.
Yeah.
Expensive
Yeah.
casual.
Expensive casual. There you go. And so then the guy goes, "Hey, who are these guys?" And the dude's like, "Hey, these are the guys I was telling you about." And he goes, "Oh, these are the guys, huh? Nice." And I'm like, immediately, I'm like, my eye twitches, and I'm like,
Mayday.
yeah. And he's like, "Well, let me tell you my idea." And he's like, "Downstairs here, we have a green screen right here, right? So we're gonna put you guys on a couple of couches, and behind you, we're gonna make it look like a basement, like Wayne's World, man. It'll be amazing." And I'm like, "What about the place upstairs that looks more like a Howard Stern kind of thing going on?" No, man. We want like to do a music show, and you guys are going to host a music show, and it's going to be Wayne's World. It's going to be Albuquerque's Wayne's World, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not interested in that at all. Like zero. This is like, to me that's old faux pas. Like, boo.
But they already did Wayne's World.
So what you're saying? Two couches is not a good thing.
Yeah. No. Well, the Wayne's World situation.
Right.
They wanted the basement, parents' basement,
And not even like a real basement. They wanted a green screen basement.
green screen basement.
It
So-
costs more to do the green screen.
so
than
I'm
to build
like-
the basement.
I tell them I'm not interested in that, but I'm interested in the thing upstairs. And they're like, "Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Never heard from them again.
Yeah, never again.
Then all of a sudden they hired this guy from LA, flew him in, and did that show. And it made 8 episodes and never was
went
again.
anywhere.
Are they
Nope.
on YouTube? Can we watch these?
I have no idea.
It's just our commentary watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's like, this sucks. This is poopy doo doo.
Yeah.
It's just like us. You see us just like.
And he's like, "Hey,
in the
man."
corner.
And he's got like the little soul. He's got his hair slicked back, and he's got a
Soul
little
patch.
soul patch, and he's got a denim jacket on. He's like, "Hey there, everybody, guys. We've got the red light cameras here in the basement with us." And I'm like, this is fucking hack ass garbage.
Yeah, it's
Could
like,
have been me.
it's like they
Could've been you.
never even watched the
It
show.
never would have been me. Never would have been
Never
me.
would've
No. So,
Understandable.
that's the Wayne's World thing. But so you didn't have like an actual. So mine was Adam Sandler. When Norm Macdonald passed away, I went down a whole like week's worth of just watching Norm Macdonald constantly.
Weekend Report.
Oh,
Oh my god.
And
dude, the whole OJ thing, because he
OJ,
got he got fired, right? Because he would him and the guy who was his writer wouldn't stop doing OJ Simpson jokes.
Yeah, every week, every single week.
And Don Ohlmeyer, the head of NBC, golfed with OJ.
Oh my
He was
God.
friends with him, right? But like the best one, like some of the best ones were like the day after, the Saturday after OJ was acquitted. And Norm's all, well, it's official. Murder is legal in California.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. And
I
then,
remember that episode. It was so
and then he went on the ESPN Awards, the ESPY Awards. And he's all, Desmond Howard's here. And everybody's like clapping. He's like, he won the Heisman Trophy. Heisman Trophy's given out to the best college athlete of the year. And he's like, and they can never take it away from you. Well, unless you murder your wife and a waiter, that is. And I'm like, oh my God, like that is amazing. Like, fuck, like Norm Macdonald gave no fucks like whatsoever,
Yeah, really
and I was here
Really
for it
didn't.
every bit of the way. So
I want to say I caught the end of that like cast,
yeah,
mostly because my older sister watched it too. So I do like remember bits and pieces because
Yeah.
I was a wee little lad.
well, who? So then
Oh, Wayne.
see, like, okay,
Chris Farley.
oh my God. So so when I first moved to Albuquerque, I got a job at this company that owned all these different chevrons, right? And my boss was this guy who used to be a carpenter, and he moved here from New York. And so one day he really liked me because like I would get his pop culture references and no one else would. And I was like, "What? So you were a carpenter in New York?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, did you just build houses and stuff? He's like, "No, I worked on Saturday Night Live for 10 years." I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so like I finally cornered him one day and I'm talking to him about it. And he's like, "Yeah, I was a breakaway specialist." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Well, if anything needed to break or a wall needed to be busted through," he's like, me and my friend built it. He's like, "Have you ever heard of Chris Farley?" I was like, "You built the coffee table." And he's like, "Yes." He's like, "I built 3 of them because you had to build one for dress, one for the actual show, and then one just in case."
always
I was
have
like-
to have the extra.
I was like, "You built
Yeah.
that fucking coffee table that Chris Farley in the van down by the river sketch." Like he fucking goes through it. He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you're a legend."
For real.
Oh, that was a good cast. I mean, that,
Yeah.
David Spade.
Yeah.
David Spade was probably like the shittiest one of all those guys, right? Kevin Nealon,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon was like a long time. He came over from like the cast before.
Mm-hmm.
He was on there for a long time.
Well,
Like,
Dana
he-
Carvey
he-
kind of bled over a little into that too.
Yeah, I mean, because he was like with like Phil Hartman.
Oh.
and,
Phil Hartman.
I know,
so
right?
sad.
They said that's why I started crying because Eddie Vedder was doing the Tom Petty thing, and then he's like, "I'm going to say a couple names." And he's like, "Gilda," and then you're like, "Oh." He's like, "John Belushi," and you're like, and then he goes, "Phil Hartman," and I was like,
Trying to hold back tears.
"God damn it, I love Phil Hartman so much, man."
Yeah.
That was the only celebrity I cried for. Like, I
Really?
saw it on the news and I was like, no. My mom's like, why are you crying about someone you've never met?
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't know.
Even Princess
He's
Diana.
so good.
Nah, I didn't cry about
I
it.
feel like everyone cried for Princess Diana.
I didn't
Especially
I-
Elton John. Elton John really did.
I'm not British.
I cried for Princess Diana.
Yeah, I mean, who did it?
You would.
Me.
I did.
I
'cause
wept.
I didn't either.
I was
Wept for
cognizant enough.
What about you, Maria? Who was your cast when you were
I never really watched Saturday Night Live.
ever? Like you didn't
It
even
was
watch
too
like
cool for him
It
yeah.
was too. It was. I was too
Interesting.
lame. Yeah, no.
because his heart was out in the country.
I was out on the ranch.
What was the other? Mad
Roughing
TV?
up
Was
my
Mad
hand.
TV your
Mad
thing?
TV,
No,
in
No.
living color,
in
man.
living color.
in living color. No,
The original.
I grew up in a good Christian household, so my main form of entertainment was Veggie Tales.
Oh, really?
Oh yes,
So do you have like this thing where like now you're like
Not even Sesame Street?
Gosh,
right?
No, that
Wow.
was too secular.
That was too satanic. Who's this Oscar the Grouch? Looks like
Yellow
the devil.
birds, nah.
You're talking to a homeless person? That's not.
Animals
That's
can't
not
talk.
cool.
That's not how God intended. Yeah.
What trips? Well,
Okay,
speaking of
okay.
that, like, I didn't even know. So, like, I was born in '75, so I was born the
Mhm.
same year that SNL started. I forgot, like, I was too young, that Jim Henson and the Muppets were on SNL.
Yeah, like the first season.
Yeah, and then they everyone hated them. Like,
And they hated being there. They're all,
Yeah.
why are there why do we need puppets on this show?
So-
I'm gonna do something else.
When Jim Henson came and he was like, I want out of my contract, they were like, okay. And then he went to England and then did the Muppet Show, and that, fucking blew up.
Yeah, that didn't work out at all.
Heads too. I remember that one. Jane Curtin.
Oh. Did you watch it live? I mean, how old are you?
I'm 32, but no,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of her because I used to be so obsessed with The Rock from the Sun. And so I saw everything everyone did on that show.
Is it Dan
And so I
Aykroyd?
remember.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Well, that blew my mind, like, because Jimmy Fallon came out and did the Blues Brothers thing, but like Dan Aykroyd didn't have him with them, and I was like, why didn't they bring Dan Aykroyd out to do that?
Yeah, he
Too
is the
expensive.
Blues Brother.
And then someone's like, well, he's too old now, and then someone else was like, because I was going through the comments, and someone else was like, they actually, him and Jim Belushi tour and do the
Yeah,
Blues
they
Brothers.
do. They do that.
And I was like, well, then I don't know. Seems weird. Chevy Chase, they schlepped out Chevy Chase. He looked pretty rough. The cocaine has not aged him.
No, I mean it has aged him. He's probably like 200
Oh,
years
you're
old.
right.
now.
Yeah. He looked pretty rough.
That's bad.
And they were like,
Oh,
we have Chevy
geez.
Chase here. And he like got up and he was like,
If they really happened
and they
That's
thanked him.
My bones are made out of cocaine now.
They did a really
Cool.
funny. They did a really funny thing though. Jimmy Fallon's like, a lot of people are misunderstanding this. This is just a night of music. We are giving no awards away. And all of a sudden, you see like Tom Hanks and his wife get up and start walking out.
Oh my god!
And, like, I was like, that's pretty good. It was fun. It was really fun. Like it honestly, watch it. It blew me away how good it was. The Lauryn Hill and Wyclef thing, when they said their names, I went, I couldn't believe how excited I got because I love the Fugees.
Yeah.
And then I loved their things they did away from like music, like Saturday Night Live.
He's having a nerdgasm right now.
I am.
Yeah.
Really,
But,
But
like,
like, let him have it.
This is
no.
the SNL episode.
Well, it's the 50th week.
but
It's
couple
that
too.
weekend. But I'm just saying, like, when you talk about the history of music in the United States, SNL is with it because,
Yeah.
like, they brought,
Mm.
who did they have? It was Arcade Fire with David Byrne and God, who's the woman? Fuck, can't think of it. They did a whole thing, a whole medley, like unbelievable. Like, how in the fuck they brought out Devo's on it? Like, I was like, holy shit, there's Devo. It's so cool. It's so amazing. And like Devo's like, they're like fucking in their 60s, maybe
Yeah.
70s.
Well, Mark Mothersbaugh still makes like every theme song to everything cool.
Yeah.
Like that's his job.
Right.
Oh, who did that song? Oh, of course, the guy from Devo.
Yeah.
Understandable.
And then Lady Gaga did multiple things. I was kind of shocked. I'm shocked they didn't bring out like Chapel Roan though. That was where I was really kind of, I don't know.
Did they have? They didn't have Justin Timberlake there.
No.
that one DUI.
No.
Just like that, just took it all away.
I guess that ruined it. No, he probably
was
was
it?
like he probably was on the tour that he thought he ruined when he got the DUI.
The tour is now ruined.
The tour is ruined, man.
What's wrong with you, man? This is gonna ruin the tour.
It's gonna ruin the tour.
He is
I
so
don't know.
cringy now, though.
I'm super excited to watch the episode tonight, though. But I don't know.
It seems like you've already seen it.
It's not out yet. It's not out.
What are you talking about? Then?
Tonight is the 50th show.
So what you're saying is you're more
Yeah.
excited to watch SNL after our episode than be present
Yeah,
in our episode
you are
now.
correct. Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, I'm getting those
You
vibes
got
too.
that.
So now I don't feel as bad about the jokes.
That's right.
I feel like I should have wrote meaner ones.
Maybe Chris should have dug a little
All right.
deeper on
Yeah, I
that.
was like, that
Well,
could have
dug real
hurt.
deep
I was
and
like,
we got
we were
nothing.
joking, but this
So,
doesn't feel like.
did it really take you guys weeks to write those jokes?
It took us a couple weeks.
Oh.
It did not.
Realistically,
It took us a couple of days.
weeks.
Like
It took
2
us
weeks.
days.
Mostly because
Good.
we kept like procrastinating it.
Oh.
Brennan would come into work and be like, "We're gonna write some jokes today."
For the record,
And then
I wrote the majority of the jokes
Yeah.
because it's very hard to wrangle these two.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote them and I was
Okay.
like, I need you guys to
Busy.
help because I feel like I'm doing
Maria,
this myself.
I need to know what jokes you wrote.
I wrote the one about. Well, I didn't write. I contributed to the one about Dogecoin.
No, I feel like I wrote those.
Well, I set up. the joke.
Yeah. I was
I
trying to remember that
did
one.
that and
I-
Gaza.
I created the
The
structure.
Gaza one was really
I created the structure for those jokes.
Mm.
That's
Like,
not
I
true.
couldn't land the plane, and you helped me land that plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should be completely honest. That structure for the Dogecoin joke isn't even mine. I didn't come up
Oh,
with
you
that.
fucking lifted it. Carlos Mencia,
Oh,
guys.
no.
Carlos Mencia is here.
I don't know. My buddy came up with that idea.
Ah, all right.
Oh, so
gotta
we had
credit that.
outside help.
Outside help, yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least he's admitting it now. He's
Yeah, I would
he's
definitely
saying
say
where
I'm
it
the
really came from.
funniest
I'm
Canceled.
honest.
out of
I'm
you,
honest.
out of everyone.
Honesty wins.
You
out.
know, my goal was to get canceled today, so
Finally.
I'm fine with that.
He just
Next
tucked-
time we're here, we have a new.
you didn't see it, but he just tucked his pants into his boots.
To do that
Canceled.
work.
Hold on.
Canceled.
I got it.
Canceled.
Oh, no.
There we go. I got it. Tuck it.
Canceled.
Boom! Look at that.
Mm.
Disgusting.
So who's
Look,
so
fresh out of
are
Santa
you guys
Fe.
so you guys gonna do
Shout out Santa Fe.
you guys gonna do a round 2?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, we were thinking about it.
Yeah.
We were trying to see who we would have,
Who
Oh.
would be
but I
funny
think it
enough?
would be funny.
Johnny Mouche would be really funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I was thinking Royal, so we can like also do the comedy nights, promote those.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think they are really funny.
Did anybody reach out and they're like, finally somebody fucking put this guy in his place?
You know what? We had our inbox was full of people saying that, and we're
We're
like,
still
wow,
going
he's
through the
really hated in this town.
I assume that.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it was a bad idea to have.
I do assume that.
I
Damn.
think we should have had a smiley.
Somebody came up to me last
Oh,
night.
people love me.
So I went to a party last night and some guy's like, so didn't you have a birthday recently? And I was like, yeah. He goes, didn't you like make all the bands like celebrate you? Like, I was like,
Make people come to your birthday party.
I don't think I made anybody
make
do
them
anything.
pay $10 to be here.
Yeah. You know, so the fucked up thing about that, right? So like people were like, so I guess you're going to make a pretty good amount of money at the door. And I was like,
What?
I'm not making any money at the door. All of that goes to pay the bands that are playing tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were like doing this to make money. Yeah, I was like, I want to fucking have a birthday party so I can make some money.
We're like, yeah, those birthday gifts are very expensive.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, come to my birthday party. By the way, you have
$10.
to, you have
Yeah.
to pay for it, and
Yeah.
also me.
The other one is like they made stickers of me and magnets and then a big card, that big card that's back there. And someone's like, you printed out a big card for yourself? And I was like, yeah, that's what I did.
You made a poster
And you made
of
everyone
yourself.
sign it.
Yeah, and then they were like, and then you made stickers. I'm like, I didn't make any of this fucking shit, man.
Wow, you made them tell you to go on stage.
Yeah,
And then he made us all put on replicas of his glasses. It
Right.
was insane.
that was so that was the other funny one. Someone's
Like a
like,
cult.
I can't believe everybody thought to wear glasses like yours. I was like, do you really think that's what happened? And they were like, oh, did they all have them on? I'm like, yeah, someone brought a big box of them, and they were like,
Yes.
oh, I was like, crazy. And they're all, well, where's the box? I was like, it's gone. They didn't have that many. It was like 20 pair, I think. But it was cool. But I just thought that was fun. Didn't you have a party and make all the bands? Yeah, I was like, everyone get here and celebrate me, or you are canceled.
Sing for me on the stage now.
I'm all
Dance monkey.
Yeah.
sing for me,
Sing for me.
dance.
I want my theme song right now.
Carlos, you're not so tall. Get up there and play. Yeah, that's what happened. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back here in a little while, and we'll go into the wavy / Billy hour. So what do you guys have coming up at the Sandia Music Except? First of all, where is it?
So much stuff.
Where's
much stuff.
where can people go buy shit?
It's on the west side of town.
Uh-huh.
You got to cross the river.
Do you? Yeah, I guess you do. Yeah.
And then like maybe a day's hike after that.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty
That
close.
seems about right.
If you're not in a
Or-
car.
If you're not in a car, if you're on a horse, I think it's a little faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're using public transportation, it's about 2 days.
There is actually a
About
bus stop
2
like
days.
right in that corner.
It's.
I
on the
don't know. I don't know
right.
what bus it is. I want to.
You're gonna make people not want to go.
It's
Blue Line 11.
5105 Homestead Circle Northwest.
It's on the corner,
Right
of
across from LBJ.
Homestead and
Okay.
Taylor Ranch.
Yeah, it's right. It's right across from a high school. There's a DK next
Middle school.
door.
Middle school.
Yeah, and
Middle
we're
school.
still
Oh, that's
fighting.
cool.
We're still feuding with the parents.
So parents are the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beef
Parents-
and
They're still
parents.
using your parking
Parents
lot.
Oh,
just
100%.
don't understand.
And not only
They
that,
don't
It's
get
not
They're
that
all-
they use our parking lot.
your parking
Is that
lots are
they're
bitch.
like going like 50 miles an hour through the parking lot, and there's like
there's
hundreds
they're
of
in
kids
the
walking.
fire lane.
And
They're
and
in
they're
our,
like honking at these kids trying
Yeah.
to cross, and I'm like, this is exactly why this is not a pickup.
Byron's all
Like-
the kids.
Yeah, it's all about the kids.
It's all about
kids.
the kids.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was like, how do we
Because
care
if
more
one of
about
them
their
gets hurt,
safety?
it's my fault, right?
Yeah,
Like
because that's
it's
your
our
parking lot.
it's our parking lot. So like if they get hurt, like it's under my insurance. I'm just like, I didn't pay for this. I didn't sign up for this.
Yo, hey man, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for this. None of this, man.
None of it.
What we did want to say before, across from LBJ,
Oh, yeah.
this
Across from
Friday,
LBJ,
this Saturday,
This Friday,
8
this
p.m.
Saturday, 8 p.m.
Saturday's a concert, Friday's a comedy night.
Yes. Oh, and we're also having a workshop on Saturday.
Yeah.
From 4 to 6.
Not a
brought
comedy
to-
workshop, I hope.
No. It's brought by the New Mexico Music Awards.
Yeah.
Oh,
The workshop is
Music and
music
film.
in the film industry.
okay.
So go to New Mexico Music Awards Facebook or their web page
Mhm.
for more details on that. But I heard it's supposed to be really good.
Nice.
And then we have 3 local bands that evening.
Yay.
Say the bands again. What
Excited.
bands?
Almost Always Never. Anything That Moves, which is my personal favorite. I'm sorry. And Violet Rising.
Why would you say I'm sorry?
Because I appreciate all bands that want to come and play.
But
But that's my
you
favorite.
know, definitely you have a favorite of the
Yeah,
other.
but it's like when you're a mom, you don't be like, oh, this is my favorite child.
You can do
Offensive.
that.
Can you?
You'll say it
Yeah.
when they're not
Yeah.
around.
I feel like
Yeah.
you
I mean-
can't do
That's
You
Definitely
can say, hey,
can.
I like all of you guys, but the ones I'm here to see are you guys, because
that's
Yeah,
what kept
I
me
was
and my
listening to
brother's
their,
rivalry going.
songs, and I was like, this
Which
is
one's
so
our mom's
good.
favorite right now? Like, and she would tell you.
yeah.
See, I feel like that
that's
would
the
hurt
thing.
my feelings if my mom said that to me. I mean, I know I'm the favorite.
Well,
She doesn't say it,
not.
which is why. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a reason. But yeah, we have all that going on. We're also having another open mic. This will be our third open mic, the
Yeah.
28th. They're going to be the last Friday of every month. We'll have those open mics. We had a really good turnout last time.
Very good.
We had 3 performers that it was their first time performing in front of anybody.
How did they do?
They did really good.
Really
We're
good.
so
You ain't got
excited.
to lie.
No, they were
No.
real good. There's
Mhm.
one guy that did his own songs.
Oh, I thought you meant. Sorry, I meant comedy. I was like,
No.
No, no, no.
We don't. Yeah.
Open mic for music.
Open mic for
Open
music.
mic for music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a band first time performing,
Yeah.
which is really cool. They're really good. I hope
They
they
were
kind of
really
keep
good.
it going and,
They're a
and
lot
try to
of
find
fun.
other places.
We were going to try to invite them to come in our next show
Yeah.
in March,
okay.
which we're really excited about.
Yeah, so they were really good.
Yeah.
It was really exciting to see them. From what I know, there's already 4 people in line waiting for our next open mic, so it'll be a better turnout. We might even do it a little longer because it's kind of hard trying to cram everybody in there. Like, we're already at 15-minute slots, and that 15 minutes goes by really fast.
We go started. The people be like, I would like to get into this open mic. You're like, I'd like to get $20.
Yeah. I'd like to get some. Yeah.
If you want,
No,
first
yeah,
in
and there was
line.
some walk-ups. There was a guy
What's the weirdest instrument someone played?
saxophone.
saxophone, the Barry sax.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was really good.
He was really good. Yeah.
Sounds great. Just kidding.
No, he was actually
No, he was really
yeah.
cool. We
Yeah,
actually like him.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he did like accompaniment with like a
Was he all
piano and a
muscled up
string.
and shirtless?
I wish.
God, I
Uh,
wish.
Yeah,
You know
Lost
what?
Boys,
Wouldn't
Lost
do.
Boys style.
He always comes to the shop. We should tell him.
yeah.
Next
Next
time.
time.
Next
So have you
Shirtless
ever
and sweaty.
seen the Lost Boys by any chance?
So was it?
Wind inside? Like,
Was it more like a Welcome to New York? Here's saxophones.
I want to say it was a little more tasteful.
Yeah.
No, he was really cool, and it's really cool that we have people who want to come
Mm.
and play music, which is exactly
Well,
what
yeah,
we
it's
wanted.
It's the vibe.
Yeah, it's exactly
I
the
mean,
vibe we wanted.
You want to create that scene where it's like safe, like where
Yeah.
you want like the local musicians in the area that you live in to just kind of come in and just chill.
Play
Yeah,
music.
there was this band that played St. Julep. The guy, I think he was a guitarist,
Yeah.
came in beforehand to like scope out the place before they played that night. Was it that night or
Well,
the
no,
next
he
day?
came in like weeks before that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And just through chit chat, we found out he had a band that they never really played anywhere. So I'm like, dude, we have an open mic. No one's going to tell you guys like not to play a full set. Like,
Yeah.
So they
Yeah,
wait a
they
minute
super
at an open mic. They fucking loaded in like a drum set and fucking.
Well, we had the
provide
drum,
the back
yeah.
end.
Oh,
So
so,
it's all
you
kinda there.
Yeah, okay.
But it was cool because they brought friends to see
Yeah.
them, and I'm like, this is exactly what we wanted with
Yes.
people who want to show their music, who want to play, who want to connect with other.
You do like a
musicians.
back line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
It's a
very
pretty good
excited.
back line.
I did a podcast festival one year. And
Just one day.
Just
It was actually, but it was like one day. It was a whole day. Like it was like 16 podcasts in one day, right?
Oh, there.
And they're like, we're going to do it in 12 hours. And they're like, we'll have everybody come in and do 45 minutes. And then they'll unpack all their stuff and then load it out. And I was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" I was like, "Just backline it," and like they had never heard of that idea.
Oh, really?
What's that?
And I was like, "We'll set up one setup." And
Yeah.
they come and we record them, and
They just have to plug in.
Yeah. I
yeah.
feel that's the easy way to go. Like
Yeah.
you're just making more work for yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
and I never realized how much I hated people more that day than any of my time. In my life.
Yeah, that's actually one of the few times
Ask Smiley
broke.
how bad people were.
Understandable.
I am like king of customer service, and like
Yeah,
I
right.
broke that day. I was like, you know what?
Oh,
I'm
what?
done.
I'll tease that for the second hour because we haven't told that a story in a long time, and about how Smiley was like, "Can we never do that ever again?"
Very
I
real.
love live performances, and I was like,
But not that.
they broke me. They broke
Yeah.
me that day.
I never met like I thought musicians were prima donna motherfuckers. Podcast people who think that they're podcasters are way worse by far. It was
Is that
crazy.
including yourself?
Yes.
I was about to say I agree.
Who in the
Are we
worst?
not on a podcast right now?
They were giving us used mics and we just not can take it.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you a story on the next hour that you're like, okay, what the like, I don't know, maybe you won't. Maybe you're like, oh, that's reasonable. It wasn't. It
Agree
wasn't.
with them?
It wasn't reasonable for me. I don't know.
Well,
It was the
We're
dumbest
standing
shit
outside
I've
in
ever
the
heard.
rain.
Yeah.
Like we almost got into like a shouting match with this.
Really?
This yeah. Fuck yeah. It was.
Jeez.
They were.
It was intense. It was a whole
It was
day.
intense. Like.
Wow.
In the
Like
hot sun.
they thought Smiley worked for me. Like it
It
was my
I
like
was fucking livid.
was like my assistant. or
go get
something.
your boss.
Yeah,
My-
they kept-
excuse me, my what?
You're like, yeah, hold on.
I'm gonna go get a beer and you can fuck off.
Did you call your boss over at the?
Yeah, the liquor store.
Yeah, for some reason they want you here. I don't know. What the fuck. I don't know.
It's like, call my boss. So, here you go.
He works at Bird of Paradise. I wouldn't yell at him. He'd fuck you up.
Yeah, his job is to yell at you.
What? Anything else you guys want to bring up?
No, I think that's.
I mean that's the stuff we have coming up.
Our social media.
Social
will
media.
be the
Always reach out
best
that way.
to see everything that we have going on.
Sandia Music and Sound, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
We'll make an X eventually.
No.
Oh, I have one of those. I'm
Never
no,
made
not an X. I'm on Blue
Twitter.
Sky.
Blue Sky.
Oh, Blue Sky. I'll make
Thread-
Blue Sky.
Threads? Can we make a thread?
And somebody who
Okay.
does social media was like, "Dude, you're actually doing really good on Blue Sky," and I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
Did you
Is
comment
that
on
a
random
humble
things?
brag? You're like, yeah, I guess.
No, I don't ever go on there. I'm like, I'll post some things and then never like come back to it.
He's like, if you say so.
I'm like, all right. I'll go on my phone. I'll be like, what's that butter? Oh yeah, that's Blue Sky.
And you just give more thought.
And I'm not saying because I think Blue
Was
Sky
at
does well.
the door today.
Was that this?
Because I stopped
They were
doing X.
closed.
I stopped doing X.
That's good.
Yeah.
And no longer the social media either. So
I remember when it was called E.
E.
Hmm.
But anything else, you guys?
We do lessons there.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot of lessons.
You fix instruments.
We fix instruments.
We are musical stores if you need
Um,
anything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we
Right
also sell things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
we
have-
have
They have
stuff.
local band shirts.
Well,
Smiley,
local
I have a
band
shirt
tees.
for you.
We
They gave me a
do.
shirt for you.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be too big for you.
We
Did you
thought-
guys get a sticker too?
We
We
can
got
replace
stickers.
it with a different size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Extra
small.
I was
They give you an extra
I
large.
was upset that you guys aren't wearing them, and I didn't want to comment on it, but I
Oh.
was like,
I'll go put mine.
You
It's
just
awkward.
did though.
Yeah.
I know, but it's because there was an opening.
Okay.
Well, no, you want me to wear it on the show where you can
No,
hardly
I'm just
see it?
kidding.
I'll wear it out in public.
It's just a hat. We can
Just a hat.
I don't even have a hat.
we can change the size. We weren't sure what size,
Yeah.
and then we only had white, and it was
They think you're a
big.
big, fat, large, smiling. It's
Yeah,
fine.
apparently. I'm like,
Well, we know
I wear a
you-
youth
yeah.
large or like a small.
We will
Let's see.
replace it.
No.
But yeah, so we do that stuff. What else do we do?
Lessons,
We
repairs,
do lessons,
we sell musical
repairs,
gear.
sell,
Mhm.
buy, sell, trade kind of thing. We also do consignment. We have quite a bit of stuff on consignment, which is kind of nice. We have these really huge bass rigs.
If you want to start a podcast, they have the equipment you can buy to start a podcast.
If you're a venue owner, I have like a really big bass rig we want to get rid of,
Oh, nice.
which is venue worthy. Like this thing is a monster.
Almost.
And if you're looking for a
Yeah.
drummer, buy
Oh
one.
yeah, I am a
Yeah.
drummer.
He plays drums.
She's
I
a
play
drummer
drums every
first,
once in a while.
entrepreneur second.
Maria is also a bassist. Maria's also looking for a band.
Are you really?
But you
Something
have
like
to
that.
have a heart in the country. If not, it's not going to work.
That
If you
is
wear
true.
if you wear your pants tucked into your boots, I'm not playing for you.
right.
No. If your hat is it 10x,
If it's
then
not 10x,
Jesus Christ.
no.
Don't even bother.
Why are you fucking playing music if you have that kind of? Well, I mean, you must be George Strait.
Yeah, understandable.
Uh,
See, now I have to go look at my I have to look at that thing again because I'm
Just to
like,
find out.
Well, it's a top hat. It's different.
It's different.
So February 22nd, Duke City Championship Wrestling will be back at the El Rey. Love hurts. We have our first mixed tag.
ooh,
So yeah, 2 couples versus each other.
Are those the guys that play at the
That'd
state
be
that
so cool.
wrestle at the state fair?
They did, yeah.
I saw that. It was actually really good.
Yeah.
Why is it in quotations? Do they not
Yeah, what
really
was that?
wrestle?
Well, because
Wrestle.
you're either on the train that wrestling is real or wrestling is fake.
I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's on the train that is real anymore.
It's 100% real.
So when they announced,
Byron's on that train.
when Vince McMahon came out and announced that it was sports entertainment, I think we all were like,
I was under the
Yeah.
impression
No,
it
it's
was real.
real. It's real.
well, that,
Okay.
the
that's,
storyline.
What is it?
Yeah.
Ready to Rumble?
yeah.
Yeah.
that made
Great
it
movie.
100% real.
Yeah.
Once he said,
Wrestling's not fake.
yeah, once he
real.
said it was entertainment, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, these people are playing a part. Makes it real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, because I mean they were like really like flying and like breaking tables and like
Oh yeah. And
All that
bones.
breaking
We've
chairs,
had
yeah,
people
which
break
is bad.
bones. That,
what is it? Vince McMahon
Yeah.
tore his thighs.
both his quads.
Yeah.
Hot dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we've had people break bones and had to go to the hospital.
Dang.
But it's big deal.
Okay.
Also, programming alert, March 9th. So everybody's aware and ready to go. Smiley. March 9th, mayoral candidate Mei-Ling Armijo will be on this show.
Ooh. Ooh. One.
Yeah,
No other one, just that one.
Just that one.
smart.
It's the only one I'll listen to.
You're going to find out like what,
What really happens behind
Yeah.
those doors?
well,
What is the plan for Albuquerque?
Yeah, because it's really interesting.
Tough on crime, I heard.
Because like so many people think that Keller can't run
That's what
again,
she
and
said.
I'm like, yes, he can,
Yeah, you can.
and he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maria's also going to run for mayor.
It is
Uh,
astonishing.
No, I'm not.
It is
Like
astonishing
Dr.
how many people do not know like just basic civic stuff.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So March
yes, of
March
course.
9th, mayoral candidate. I'm excited.
Woo.
We're going to ask all the
Excited.
tough questions.
Please do.
I actually am going.
Yeah.
This will be the most unfunny show of the whole thing because I have a lot of stake in this, and I'm like, I want to know.
Well, we
I'm
all live in Albuquerque. We
I'm
all
not-
have
we all
stake in
kinda
this.
wanna know.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
viewers like to know.
No, I have more stake than you guys do. I'm just kidding.
Because you're a podcaster.
No,
I used
No,
You're the
because-
people's voice.
no,
The
because
people's
some
voice.
motherfucker was
People's
on my
voice.
roof, and the police were like, "Do they have a weapon? Can you go out and look?" And then they didn't show out.
And they're like, we'll be there in 30 minutes.
No.
Never come.
2 hours and 45 minutes because I wouldn't let them off the phone.
Wait, so the dispatcher has something to do with the responders showing up.
Yep. Because they decide when you call, they're asking you questions, right?
Did you call the urgent one or the?
Non-emergency.
Oh, I called 911 because
Okay.
someone was on the roof. And when they call, they're asking you questions, and those questions determine what level they tell the police it is.
Yeah.
So if they come over fast or not. So everybody's always like, yeah, you got to say you saw a weapon or they
Yeah.
won't come over.
Well, good to know.
But then you don't want the cops to come over and kill a dude on your roof.
You're right, because I did call the police because there was a person across the street smashing stuff in the park. And the police came over with 4 shotguns
Hot damn.
pointed at the person in formation as they walked towards them. I was like, it's just a homeless
You're
person,
like,
but
come on, guys.
I don't want, yeah. So, yeah.
Dang.
So
Settle down.
Crazy.
I'd like to have the mayoral candidate on here, and I'd like to talk about a couple things that are very important that I think our
Maybe a few
city
things.
needs.
Are they? Is the police still understaffed?
Yes.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
We're under
Always
we're under
understaffed.
1,000, yeah.
Hot
Always
damn.
understaffed.
Less that's off.
It's
So.
crazy.
But yeah, I mean, they're underpaid probably too. As I knock over all the cans.
I think so. That's the thing.
So yeah, tune in for that one. It's going to be amazing. I think. I don't know. I'm hoping.
I'll make sure to get here early.
Let's see if she can handle Malort.
Beat
We'll
the
see.
traffic. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I
Yes,
love to
please
see
show
that.
up on time for that one. Because I don't want the mayoral candidate like sitting here like, oh, what's going to happen here? March 9th is also the birth date of the greatest half white kid ever.
Ooh, Matthew Myers.
I have no
Let
idea.
me tell you a story about this guy.
Okay, quickly.
That's the father of my children.
That's the father.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Half
understand.
white kid is my son.
Half white kid is her.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but
Yeah. That's his
Brenda
birth-
is half Mexican.
Oh, is that true?
Oh, I am half Mexican. You're half Mexican as well.
Oh.
We're full Latinos.
Full
but only
Latinos,
half Mexican.
Latinx.
No one told me about this.
We're
Just
also
kidding.
half Guatemalan. You're like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kid is half white.
Oh,
Well, my
okay.
two
So
kids.
that's his
I have two of
birthday.
them. Yeah.
So-
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I was
yeah.
all.
Oh, my kid. And my
the
other
viewers
Sorry,
can
wait,
take the
see
gifts
what you
to
can say
Sandia
your
Music
favorite?
Sound.
Do
What is he
Never
a size?
say
Is
favorite.
he's a T9?
Can
What is
it-
it?
He's a 2T.
2T.
What's that mean?
Two toddler.
In
size. We are expecting a card that I want everyone to sign.
How much
And
Malort do you
glasses.
think that kid can handle?
Oh, probably a lot.
You know,
No.
yeah, I was gonna
I'd
say,
say
me
like
in my
a
heyday,
whole
if he
show.
has my liver, he's gonna be fine.
All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in a little while with 10 Drink Minimum. With that, we are
10 drink minimum.
Oh, man. Carlos the Tall and the band Youngsville. Man, dude, seeing them do that live was... That was... Smiley and I were
That
like,
was amazing.
so happy about that.
We're dancing around like little kids. That's our song.
Just thinking that. You guys should have been there. It was my birthday, but thanks for coming.
Did you guys pay them to play the song?
Yes. Yes, I
Well,
did.
yeah. There, yeah.
I mean, the people that came in and paid $10 did, yeah.
Okay.
I did not.
We
was
tried to make it.
We heard a rumor that you forced everyone to go and
I forced
made them pay.
all these bands to
I
celebrate
did hear
me.
that's the rumor.
Come here and praise me.
That's what I heard.
Sign this card.
Praise me.
That's what these people are saying. And then that you were throwing glasses around. And
Yeah. I was throwing my weight around, more like it.
it was Topo
Yeah.
Chico was like the
No,
only
he was
drink
throwing.
you can get.
He was throwing like
You can
like
only buy
glasses.
Topo Chico.
Yeah. So we teased for the first hour. We were going to talk about this podcast festival we did. We did it at the Press Club. Have you guys ever been to the Press Club?
Yes, I used to go there all the time.
Okay. So the whole idea is the Press Club is the backdrop to this live with video and everything, right?
Mhm.
So most of the people were kind of nice and fine. Some of them were not. We were like this last to go. So
yeah,
like
last of the entire evening.
entire evening.
Were you there like from the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, we were the producers of the whole fucking thing.
Okay.
And so we backlined it because we were the only ones that had all the equipment. And then we're the only one that has no video because we had to go and do the podcast and no one else could figure out how to switch the video on.
No
So
one
we're
recorded us because
no,
we were.
we're the only
there.
one not recorded.
Uh,
Anyway, this one podcast showed up. I will not say who they were, but it was this guy and this woman. She comes in the press club and they had to tell the woman multiple times that she could not bring her own drink in because it's a bar and you can't bring
Mm.
outside
Yeah.
liquor
Beverages,
or
yeah.
beverages.
mm.
And so
Yeah.
finally I had to tell her and she like takes it in front of me and like drinks it and throws it in the trash like with
Dramatic.
yes.
Hot damn.
Then
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 I'm
not it.
outside and Smiley's like, "Can you come and deal with this?" And I was like, "Deal with what?" I walk in and she's like, "I was telling your worker guy
yeah, I was fucking livid. I'm like, excuse
That
me.
we
Hot
don't-
damn.
that we don't
You're
like
a worker guy.
we don't
Oh,
like those
no.
chairs that are being used."
The help.
And she goes, "We like those chairs that are over there." And I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "Well, can we get those chairs?" And I was like, "Sure." She goes, "Can you move them?" I said, "No. If you want those fucking chairs, you take those right there and lift them and move them out of the shot, grab those and move them into the shot." Because I'd already had enough of this lady at this point, right?
This is after
Yeah.
they had me adjust their background like 3 times inside
no.
and out.
Let's talk about the background. So we're at the press club as the backdrop. That was the whole idea from the guy who was the promoter and everything. He's like, "Let's do this. It'll look cool."
Because the press club does look cool.
Yeah.
And they brought their own overlay to put on the screen that made them both look like they were in different places.
What the heck?
And I'm like, "You're sitting across from each other." We would like to look. Their producer that showed up with the flash drive with the overlay on it. And I was like talking to her and I was like, "Well, the whole idea is you're here at the press club." And they're like, "Well, this is how we want to do it." And I was like, "Okay, you want them to look like they're in 2 different places, not in the same place." Yes. And I'm like, "Okay, but that doesn't make any sense." And she's like, "I don't know what to tell you. It's what they want, and that's what they should get." And I'm like,
who's they?
Settle down.
these 2 people who've done like 5 episodes.
ABQ influencers.
Are they in Santa Fe County?
They are. And well, they're no longer a podcast, and it was a dating podcast.
Oh
Ooh.
my god!
And I was
I
like,
feel like I missed something there.
oh my god, I wanted to trash their audio so badly, but I was like,
We're professionals.
we're professional.
We did their
We did the
show
job.
correctly.
And
but they were infuriating. Like
Fucking-
they like broke me. I was like, "What the hell? I'm trying to help you.
we don't
here."
like these chairs. And I'm like, so then after the chair debacle, the overlay would have like completely blocked out the chair. It would have just literally been like it was like this pink with like a fucking heart in the middle of it thing, and their faces were on two different parts. It was such a fucking dumb, and they were just complete.
Yep. And they thought I was a stagehand.
Yeah, they were just complete fucking prima donna
Oh, no.
assholes. And I've seen the guy again, and he does nothing of any importance, and I'm just like, you'll never. Yeah,
What does he do?
I don't know, nothing of importance.
Nothing important.
Yeah.
He doesn't do dating and other what was it called? Dating and other forms of suicide or something. That was the name of the fucking podcast.
That's so cool.
I fucking hated it.
I feel like I want to find this and listen to it.
Mm.
It's just, I mean,
I don't. I was so mad.
Get some insights.
Smiley was like, "Can we never do that again?"
yeah. I'm like, I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to break me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
wow. They just asked for my boss, and I'm like, I don't work here. Who the hell are you?
You're like, we talk to your boss.
Yeah, who's your boss? Well, our producer's coming here. Oh, you're a producer. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Ooh,
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
So your producer, the same thing.
like if you're a podcast and you've done 5 episodes and you have a producer that produce, like, I don't know. My favorite.
Producer?
Oh, here, let me ask you this question. So you guys are in bands. How do you feel about a band that's never played a show and they show up and they already have merch and everything?
Hmm.
Do you look at that and kind of go, all right, maybe get some
I mean, from an
fans?
advertising standpoint, if they're giving it away,
Mhm.
yes. If they're selling it, it's
Giving it
different.
away is one
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
See, that's,
if
that's
they're-
a good
Yeah, like if they're
qualifier.
giving it
Charging for the
away,
stickers.
See that
Yeah.
stickers. I had to tell a guy. I was like, it's your first show, and he's like, yeah. I was like, and your stickers are $5.
yeah, it's a difference. Because if you're
mean,
giving
that's
it,
the
I
cost
see
of a
that,
shirt.
but not selling
Right.
it. Yeah,
I would say it's
Shirts are like $10 usually.
yeah.
Sure.
I would say that's a
That'll be the
cool
cheapest.
effort, but that's kind of a silly effort.
Yeah, like, and he was like, "You think $10 or $5 for a sticker is too much?" I was like, "I think $1 for a sticker is a lot," but that's me.
Yeah, stickers are supposed to come with another purchase. Here, come
Yeah.
with the sticker.
I usually,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I've
Stickers
never,
away.
I've just give them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like $5, like who's paying $5 for a sticker? Like, wow.
You're gonna cherish that sticker. Stickers are made to put on
Yeah.
things.
And that's
Stickers
free
not gonna last very
advertising.
long.
It's such a
Yeah.
good
Get
idea to free advertise.
Beat
Like,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just take as many as you want and put them anywhere.
Yeah, have some
That's
stickers. Throw it up in the
awesome.
bathroom. It'll be
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I
Or-
guess to answer the question, I think if they're really good,
Yeah.
like, sure, throw a shirt up there.
But how do you
No
know?
big deal.
How
yeah,
do
but
you
I still
know?
wouldn't sell it. I would if you're starting out and you've never played, give them for free.
That's,
And be like, hey, I like your shirt. I've never heard of that band. I'm gonna check them out now.
Yeah.
It's a little like Canon and just t-shirt Canon.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
that. I don't know about that.
So, you know,
I mean,
you know,
fun.
I hate the T-shirt cannon. Can I tell you why?
Because you never got one.
No, I have. No.
someone
Well, you know what? I would like to own a T-shirt cannon. That would be dope.
you just throw
But
them
like
away.
when they, what pisses me off is like when they come out and they have the T-shirt cannon and everybody like gets fucking excited. You're at the Isotopes game, right? And then like they shoot one up and then you get it and then you like go fuck yeah and you like open it and it has nothing about the Isotopes on it.
Yeah.
It's like
They're sponsors.
no, yeah, it's like
The-
Ford.
the
It's
law
like
firm.
it's like Chalmers Ford, and you're like, that's what I got. I got a T-shirt with a truck on it,
You're like Topo Chico.
and I was like, what the fuck?
Topo Chico
Now.
t-shirt.
Now
Oh no, those aren't cool either.
the Isotopes, though, the thing I want to get at the Isotopes game,
Baseball.
nope.
If Topo Chico had like
Ah.
some cool merch, we'd
I
be
have
wearing it.
I have a
Sure.
baseball from a Cubs game
They
that
don't.
I was at.
just
Like
stickers.
that was from one of the games I was at. I got to go out on the field.
Ooh.
But like
Ooh.
the thing that I want from Isotopes is they drive around in a little like golf cart and they throw them out and it's the Whataburger towel.
Ooh.
I have seen that. Yeah.
I fucking almost and someone's like, I think you could probably get one if you just asked them. I was like, I want him to throw it to me.
Right?
You want the
I would've-
I
experience.
want it
It's not
naturally.
the merch; it's the experience.
Yeah, I probably could
Yeah.
ask for it. It's not the point.
I love Whataburger.
The only reason why you go to the Isotopes game.
Where's my towel?
The same seat
Yeah.
every year. Season tickets.
They throw it some old lady next to me. They're probably just gonna drool on it. Son of a bitch.
She didn't deserve it.
She can't even eat Whataburger.
It's my birthday.
It could have been me.
You should invite them to your birthday. You maybe
Does she even know what the spicy ketchup is like?
She gets a 1 on the spicy ketchup.
So I used to have Whataburger vans,
Mhm.
and and I had a Whataburger mask during the shutdown. So I have a burrito place that I won't talk about on the show because I don't want people to fucking
to see you there.
You don't ruin
no.
the
I don't want to. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want fucking all the gentrifiers to take it over. So one day I went there.
Gatekeeping this.
That's right.
I'm
Damn
sure.
straight we are.
Is it
So
Golden
so
Pride?
I was. What's that?
Lunchtime is important. All
It's
right?
not. It's not
not
Golden
Golden
Pride. It's not Golden Pride.
That's not a secret.
It's over here. It's over here on Broadway.
We can't really say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm
Ooh,
at
is it
the
that
I'm at the
Mexican
drive.
place?
Huh?
Is it that Mexican place?
I don't know.
Oh,
Give
So
a wink if it.
wink.
so I'm doing the drive.
the camera.
I'm doing the drive through, and the most northern New Mexico thing happened to me. Like, I have the mask on, and the lady's like, "Do you like Whataburger, or you work there?" Right? And I was like, "I really like it." And I said, "I have Whataburger vans," and she goes, "What?" And I lift my foot up, and she goes, "Allah, hey, this homeboy's got Whataburger vans on, nah." And I was like,
So good.
"Yes."
Damn.
That
Right.
was the reaction I was looking for.
Yeah. Fuck
Damn.
yeah.
That's exactly where I were
And
these.
check my kick.
Are you guys
I-
excited?
I don't know if this is controversial or
Yeah.
not,
Okay.
but it tastes so much better in Texas.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Here's a better
Ooh.
question: Whataburger or In-N-Out?
What a burger.
In and out.
Fuck yeah, I like this
What
guy.
a burger.
Yeah.
Dude, In-N-Out,
I don't-
In-N-Out is the most overhyped,
Thank you.
stupid
Yeah,
California.
so is Whataburger.
bullshit.
So is
No.
Whataburger.
Okay, but Whataburger's
depends.
better than In-N-Out.
Okay, but when people are
It
like,
depends
I'm
on what
in
you get,
Texas,
though.
Yeah,
The secret menu, old news. That's not cool
well, yeah.
anymore.
and I don't get it. Like I buy it, and I'm
It's-
like,
It's good. Whataburger, I
fine.
feel like,
Like,
what am I gonna
if-
go? I'm craving Whataburger.
I want
Never.
to.
Said
If I
no
want to
one
go
ever.
to a fast food burger joint and I want a good burger, I don't want to have secret knowledge, like a secret code.
thank
Chris,
you.
Is it
Chris,
because
what
you're not
did you
cool
do?
enough?
That's
And so
the
you're like,
experience.
it takes you back to high school when you weren't cool and you weren't in with the in crowd.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, one of the worst blow ups we've ever had on the
It is.
show.
We're not allowed to talk about burgers.
We had to exercise burgers on the show because we did a podcast one time. There was 4 people on the show, and we almost got to blows about hamburgers.
yeah,
Dang.
it is. I mean, apparently it's worse than religion. Like
Yeah.
seriously,
We
it's-
take hamburgers very
You
serious.
do not talk about hamburgers
Yeah.
on the show because, like, seriously, like we were like spitting at each other.
Why? What's the favorite?
Dude, I'm a Whataburger. I'm a Whataburger all day.
But of all the burgers, Whataburger?
Yeah, but then Smiley brought up Frontier, and fucking one of the articles was like, "That's a goddamn trash hamburger."
Yeah, but
No, it's a pretty good hamburger.
They were people.
Blake.
We were like,
I
I
don't
was
know if
like,
I've ever had
No,
one.
Blake's
dude, okay.
really good.
Blake's
No.
is decent.
Do you
Blake's
think
is
Blake
Blake's
is a
is
burrito,
good?
though.
You think Blake's is good?
I like the breakfast burrito.
I think the breakfast burrito is fine,
That's it.
but it all used to be way better.
Yeah.
understandable.
Different owners, different management.
Yep.
Yeah,
They got
understandable.
corporate, and you know,
They
here's
went
my
with Bueno Foods,
here's
yeah.
my problem with Blake's breakfast burrito. They fucking don't mix all the shit up. So yeah, if you bite on one side, you get egg on one side.
Yeah. They
then
have
there's the
hash
hash
brown
brown.
all on
Then
one
the-
side.
yes,
This is
they
true.
they just stack it side by side.
But I
right?
feel like that's the quality recently. It's a little.
It has gone
on the-
downhill.
well, dude,
side.
you used to buy a
Yeah.
fucking breakfast burrito at Blake's, and that was like your breakfast and lunch.
Yeah. I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
It's
like,
Lord.
yeah.
Or if you,
Shrinkflation is what they call it.
if you ate the whole
Mhm.
thing, you'd
Yeah.
be like, oh god.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I will say it used to be good. I mean, I still
Yeah.
like it
I
just for the
don't-
nostalgia,
I don't know.
but I feel
But
like
everybody,
it has
but
gone
everybody
downhill.
understood. Like if you were a little sluggish, you're like, sorry, I just ate a whole Blake's burrito, and everybody's like, oh damn,
It was an excuse.
that's
Yeah.
a lot. That's
I
a
can't,
lot.
can't run the mile today. I just had a Blake's burrito.
in high
I,
school.
Blake's burritos, they just ain't it.
What do you think about the Golden Pride?
Golden Pride, also one of the most over. Listen,
Okay.
Golden
It-
I'm
Pride,
not a fan of
tortilla.
Golden
Golden
Pride.
Pride
The tortillas
tortillas
are the best.
are very good. Golden
Fuck
Pride
yeah, they are.
potatoes, Golden Pride potatoes, stupidest dog shit I've ever put in my mouth. The Golden Pride burritos are
That's a loaded
potatoes.
statement. to
How do
be
you feel
Mexican.
about it? It's my question.
the Golden Pride potatoes. It's just like, why I don't want mashed potatoes in my breakfast
Okay.
burrito.
All I'm saying,
But the
he's
tortillas-
from Oklahoma.
Tortillas are amazing.
The tortillas are very
But
good.
what's your number? Is what I'm asking.
I don't order Golden Pride in
You don't at all. What's your
No.
number?
I don't know. They're Golden Pride.
Is it 11?
No, mine's a
It's 'cause I
10.
go to Blake
Mine's a
Club.
number 10, and I do a number
Which is the
10.
sausage?
10.
10. Okay, so
I do a number 10 and
Oh, I
two,
definitely
and,
do sausage.
and then I do 2 carne burritos. So you don't eat at Golden Pride at all?
No, I
Dang.
can't. I cannot stand it. Listen,
What do you don't like the chicken?
I get the
it's-
roast
it's
chicken
The,
there.
it's the potatoes. The
the
potatoes
chicken
are
nuggets.
terrible.
No, the
great
roast-
chicken nuggets.
They have-
roast chicken.
Well, what about their fried chicken though?
I have
I love
vendetta. I have a vendetta because their potatoes are terrible. Everything's terrible.
No way.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
sorry.
you know what's really good there is the beans.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's true. Golden Pride's beans is
Yeah.
like really good.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow,
No,
We go get
Golden
lunch.
Pride beans.
Yeah, we'll
Dude.
go get lunch there tomorrow.
Straight beans.
Here's what I do when
We'll
you know
take
how like
Mars.
you'll have like a work potluck or whatever. Like one time somebody brought a 20-piece Golden Pride, and I was like, "What the?"
that is honestly valid.
And then I went, "Okay." So then I did it. So then I started doing that, and I showed up, and my friend's like, "Really? You didn't make something? You brought Golden Pride?" I was like, "Oh, you don't want any?" He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna have some." I was like, "Oh, the fuck you are."
Damn right.
Fuck off.
No,
Yeah,
Golden
yeah.
Pride for you.
Golden Pride now.
We
No
should
Golden
do
Pride.
a potluck.
Oh, what potluck?
Three.
Just us three.
Yeah.
Just us three.
Hey, that's fun. That's
Yeah.
fun.
That is
We
fun.
used to do
You got
we
RSVP.
called it
Yeah,
practice
plus one.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, we used to do because we had 4
Practice
people. We had
Thanksgiving.
4 hosts, and we would do practice Thanksgiving. I smoke a turkey, and somebody would make
You'd practice out your recipes beforehand.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
I'll see if this is going to work, and you
Yeah.
you
That
figure
is
it
a really
out.
cool idea. I like that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, no
Let's practice
judgment.
Thanksgiving next year.
Practice
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
we'll do it next year.
What's the next holiday?
Maybe.
What's another staple of Albuquerque like that's like only here? I mean, there's the frontier itself,
Mm.
and it's funny because like
El paisa.
El Paso. Oh,
Oh my god.
what about
Staple.
El Patio? Not El Pinto.
yeah, not helping.
If you live here and you go to El Pinto as like your Mexican food place, you should move.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, that's more like just the part
Where's
of
it?
town that you live in.
Also, price gouging, right? That was their biggest thing too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were price gouging in the pandemic. Which is
Yeah,
why
they
people
they
were like,
were.
We're not
yeah.
going to El Pinto anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
dude,
I don't really go
and
to
like
big
the
ones.
I was like, I
food
just never went.
sucks.
I don't think I've ever been there. Period.
But you go to El Patio, like here's like what I
Oh,
tell
no.
people.
What's the other place? The other place, like just past the overpass. It's where you go and get all the good Mexican food, right? All the
Oh,
good
El
Mexican-
Modelo,
El Modelo.
Taqueria
Yeah.
Mexico.
dude.
Yeah,
That's
that
the place.
one.
That's the
Taqueria.
staple.
And then here's
For a while there, so at that place,
yeah no
my wife's an APS teacher.
Yeah.
and she taught their kids.
Mhm.
So every once in a while, we would go when the boss was there.
yeah.
He would recognize her and he'd be like, "This is on us."
and you're
Oh,
like,
fuck
well,
yeah.
let me get.
Yeah,
So-
See, they're the best. dude.
Yeah.
They used to be over
That's
there
a-
on
that's a
Lomas,
staple.
right?
Yeah.
And then they moved over there to like Manal.
Yep.
And then someone moved into that old Lomas and then tried to pass themselves off
Yeah.
as Taqueria Mexico.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's Mexico Taqueria.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like they literally they just
Yeah.
flip the name. And you go there and you're like, what in the fuck is this?
What happened to your
This
food?
is fucking garbage.
I
And
don't recognize you.
that Taqueria Mexico is
It
legit.
really-
Yeah.
and
So
they're
good.
always busy.
Fuck
You
yeah.
You
they
know
are.
which I
always busy.
like? El Heredero. It's a grocery store,
Yeah.
but they also have like a restaurant type of deal. So good.
Do you like El Modelo?
I don't think I've ever been there.
Oh my god.
I need to write it to my list. It's because I'm a creature of habit. So if I like one place, I will go there nonstop.
El Modelo, I don't even know if they like understand how money works. Because you're like,
You're just giving it away.
you can get 2 number ones, which is their sampler, and it's $20 for 2 of them, right?
Damn.
And it is a ridiculous amount of food, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
all you need for a party.
It's like an enchilada, a rib, a taco, beans, rice, a tostada with like fully loaded, and then a sopapilla for like $11. I was like, okay, like I think it was like $22 for both of the meals, and I half of it I ate later in the day.
That's the deal.
oh
Yeah,
man,
like and
That's a
they're
deal.
like they just like they hand me the largest sack, and they're all that'll be $22. I'm like, okay, like you guys are going the
You
opposite.
got 2 of them?
Yeah.
I would like a 6-pack of stuffed sopapillas.
Oh,
They're all
man.
here. You go.
Oh.
Wow,
Yeah.
that'll be $20. What
El
the fuck
Modelo.
is this place?
But yeah, and like
Yeah.
it's funny because you go into El Modelo and it's like the melting pot of Albuquerque
Mm.
because you see like every walk of life in there. There's like the South Valley people. There's like some businessmen. There's like everything.
Have you been there?
Yeah,
Maybe.
you can't eat.
We
you,
should go.
you
Share
can't.
your next spot.
So
Yeah.
you can't eat there.
Oh,
Like-
it's one of the places you just pick up food.
Yeah.
Yes, but they have tables like
There's,
out away, like as far away, like across the parking lot.
There's
Yeah.
a couple tables there. Yeah.
And
Like
yeah,
two.
but like it's
Yeah.
always
no
just,
chairs.
But like
They're like bench style.
the big thing is like Christmas and Thanksgiving, like right, like the day before, like there's a line down the street for
Oh, there.
tamales.
Jesus.
Line,
yeah.
like line down the, and you're like, oh, legit, because it's legit. It's like, you know, somebody's grandma came up with all the recipes, but
Yeah.
like you go in and it's like a huge warehouse, and like it's like the Ford T Model T, like there's like they're like putting together like food, but it's so good. And like if you're hungover, best. But I like El Patio. Like I always tell people, rule of thumb when you move here: if you walk into a Mexican food place and the building looks like they just built it, but if you walk in and it was like someone's house, oh, that's gonna be the shit.
Damn right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be the place.
The hole in the walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I still love going to Los Cuates.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mainly the red
Mm.
chili sauce.
Yeah.
good stuff.
Oh man.
And that place, like,
You
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 just
walk
make me
in there.
hungry. Yeah.
You know what's
dinner,
cool?
dinner, dinner, dinner.
If you ever like you go on Reddit and someone's like, I moved here and the food here is awful, and I'm like, I want to murder you
Right.
and
Like,
your
whoa.
family.
You know what I see a lot on I guess threads everywhere, like
What's
like
that?
those forums. Sadie's.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of Sadie's.
I like
neither.
their chips and salsa.
Sadie's is
But I
very,
mean, that's just chips and
Yeah.
salsa. It's
very
hard to mess
okay.
up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what though? But you know what Sadie's does? They give you free chips and salsa because
Mm.
people are starting to not do that, and that's
Yeah.
annoying.
That's the price gouging thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
I-
boo.
I went to El Paisa for the first time the other day.
How was it?
Changed my brain chemistry.
Oh man.
All Mexican food is ruined forever. if
Isn't
it's
that-
not from
yeah.
El Paisa?
Yeah.
What I love
Look, we
too.
can pass by it too.
What I love
I was
about
thinking about it.
when I explain to people like what good New Mexican food is, I'm like, you'll get a plate and there is no space.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
one like
Yeah.
It's a
different-
lake of sauce.
It's a lake.
all
It's,
really-
it-
like it's
a-
all just on top
yeah.
of each other.
It's like a lake of like cheese and green and brown and,
Mm.
and,
and then
rice.
just a little lettuce.
Yes,
Tomato.
yes.
Two
Yes.
two strips of lettuce,
Yeah.
two tomato cubes.
Yes,
and then-
exactly.
And then
Yeah.
maybe a taco sitting on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Some tinfoil with like 3 corn tortillas in it.
Fuck yes, yes. And you see it, and they, what do they always say when they go to drop it off?
It's hot.
Careful, the plate's hot. Every fucking
Don't touch that. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, really? Ow, my hand hurts.
yeah.
I didn't believe you.
Yeah. I went to El Patio. I went to like, because there's the El Patio that's like in the university area. And then there's the one that's over by,
Wait, there's two of them?
yeah,
Oh,
There's-
I just knew the one next to my house.
there's the one that's by the Flying Star on Rio Grande. And it was good.
Mm.
It was really good. Last time
Where'd you go?
for my mom's birthday, we went to Cervantes. I
Always
love
good.
Cervantes. And it was,
They got a good bar there.
it was during December.
Okay.
And so they had mariachis.
Ooh.
And it was
Okay.
so awesome. Because sometimes you get mariachis and you're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
They could be
Yeah.
obnoxious. And they were
You're
really...
like, no, I do not want to request a song. Thank you.
Please leave.
Yeah.
Free bird.
No. But it was great. It was fantastic. And my mom loved
I
it.
would watch some Mariachi Freebird.
Absolutely.
That was so funny.
Hotel California.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Play Wonderwall.
Play Wonderwall. That's too funny.
Now I'm super hungry.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Man.
I'm like, I'm gonna order a pizza.
Dude,
but now
who
I
has,
don't. I want
Grubhub?
chips. I want chips and salsa.
Just eat.
Can I DoorDash chips and salsa?
Just
I just need the
chips and
chips.
salsa.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna tell my friends to bring tortilla chips.
Oh, Gerald, hold on.
Freak
Nowhere else.
Welcome to my house.
Yeah.
Praise me.
No, I'm saying that
Bring tortilla
at
chips.
a little place, that place sells good tortilla
Yeah.
chips.
Yeah.
And they're made, yeah. They make them.
They do make them there.
I'm liking the new wave of grocery stores because
Yeah.
everything in my neighborhood that I live in,
Yeah.
all the corporate people have like pulled out, so it's all the neighborhood grocery stores now.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's what's up.
that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to go and like it's like there's a place over here downtown, and I need to go there more. And it's a little Mexican restaurant that's like next. It's like, you know where the Por Vida tattoo place is?
Yeah.
It's like to the south of it, like in that little parking lot off of in the corner, right? And I went in there and ate. It was pretty good, but like the thing that they do that's awesome is they just every day they like make restaurant tortilla chips and then just bag them.
Mm.
And I'm like,
Yeah, that's what that place
oh,
does.
fuck
Yeah. I love going there.
because you go buy tortilla chips at the store, it's
not
never the same, never
Not
as
the
good.
same.
Yeah,
They're half broken. It's just all air in the bag.
Well, I love supporting local Mexican.
Local business.
and it,
Oh yeah,
Local
supporting
business.
local business.
but the problem with chips and salsa is like you just like can't stop eating. I can't. I'm like,
Yeah,
No.
understandable.
That's me and pretzels.
ew.
That's weird.
I'm not a pretzel guy.
I actually do like pretzels too,
Pretzels are
but I
pretty
eat more chips and salsa than pretzels.
I can't stop eating pretzels. Like it's like a thing. I'm like, oh, that bowl's empty. Can you like refill it?
Yeah, mine's chips and salsa. I'm like, we'll do another round of chips and salsa.
Real.
You didn't eat
Really?
all your food. I know.
Just want the chips and salsa.
The only other
Just here for the salsa.
the only other place I'm like that is Tucanos.
Oh yeah.
Where
Ooh, the mashed potatoes,
Tucanos, and I know
No, what is it? The little bread.
Yeah,
the rolls,
at Tucanos.
The little cheese
or
rolls.
the
the
cheese,
cheese
one?
rolls,
Yeah.
that-
That's
Tucanos,
the
for
one.
people who don't know, it's like Brazilian barbecue. I think they
Yeah.
have. I think it's a chain, but like that's the place where someone's like, you want to go there like on Thursday, and it's like Tuesday, and you're like,
Oh,
I could not eat all day on Thursday to go to
to go
Tucanos.
to Tucanos. I love
I could fast
Tucanos.
the entire day.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the thing is like you flip it over to the red and you're like, okay. And they're like, sure you don't want any more pineapple? And you're like, yeah, I could do a little
Flip
new
it back
style.
to-
I could do some more pineapple. I didn't realize you guys were bringing out another round of the pineapple. That
Right.
shit's so good.
What is that other place?
That's my
Their
least favorite
salad
job.
bar is like so delicious. Just
You
everything.
eat the salad bar there?
No, well, the mashed potatoes. You've never had the mashed
Well,
potatoes?
No, their salad bar is legit.
I was like, it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Like
Yeah.
you can go in there and like just ask for the salad bar, or you can do like
Well, I
the,
do both.
or the meat. Right?
Yeah, you have to do
I'm,
both.
gotta do both.
I'm just saying.
Has anybody
If
here
you sign up for their
Yeah.
rewards, you get free on your birthday.
when
Oh,
when
yeah.
someone they come over with like the chicken gizzards or do you guys
Chicken hearts.
Chicken hearts.
Dude, those are so
All right,
good.
so there he is. There's the guy.
So
There's always
fucking
that one person at table is like, oh,
I'll
You're like, I'll
all
take
of it.
everyone.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm
Yeah.
like,
They're delicious. Okay, I did work there for a while.
what?
I worked at the
You
So
got
you saw how it was
you
made.
got fired from there, huh?
Did I get fired? Yeah, probably. I should get
They
started.
decides to go a different way.
Yeah, no, I don't like it very much, so I stopped showing up.
Understandable.
But yeah, the chicken hearts were the best. Like at the end of the night, I'd go hassle like the cooks and I'd be like, just put it, just all the extra chicken hearts, just
In a
put them
little bag.
put them in this. I'm like, and just eat them all day. I'm like, chicken hearts, chicken hearts. But it was the worst waiting job I ever had. My job as a waiter was to get you iced tea.
That was
The
it.
rapper.
That's fucking it.
Jeez Louise.
Like,
You didn't even get
here's
to hold
there's-
like the thing.
You didn't
like,
work-
just iced tea.
You didn't work your way up to the pineapple station.
well, they had they had your server, your bartender, your meat server, and then also like a chef, and we all got tips, and they all came out of the waiters' tips. But that made sense because my entire job was just to get you a soft drink,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This is the worst waiting job I've ever had. I don't even do anything."
Did you even get
Yeah.
to sit them down to the table?
Nope, someone else did
Nope.
that.
Dang.
It was
Like,
great.
look this job.
Dang.
It was the.
That's crazy.
I was like, "Why am I even here? Why did you hire me as a
You're
waiter?"
just scanning for drinks that are empty to do something.
No, I just ate free shit and eventually got tired of the job and left.
Understandable.
That sounds like
Okay.
Smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got fired from O'Neill's.
Oh yeah, but that's because they didn't want to deal with my new schedule.
Damn.
Understandable.
He's been fired from all the best places.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they just don't like me. I don't know. They don't know what they got. I was like, hey, I got hired on this TV show, so I'm going to need like most of next week off. And they're like, well, you have to like talk about the other staff. No, I'm letting you know I won't be here on these days. You deal with it.
Mm.
And they're like, you're fired. I'm like, well, you guys suck.
However, I
they
do
both
like
do
that
that
attitude,
happen.
though. I
No, no,
love
no.
that.
I want to say that that's the worst type of management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is like you find your replacement and let me know.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's Byron.
Yeah.
What,
The other
what's,
day I was sick and he was like, well, do you call Maria to see if he can come in?
what's management supposed to do then if it's not
thought-
managed?
Yeah.
It's their job to fill in.
Yeah.
That's why they're there.
But then
They're
you
there
have
to manage
lives.
stuff.
The job
Yeah.
isn't like your
They
whole life.
figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I
they're-
remember I worked at a restaurant once and I was like dying. Like I got hit by a truck, right?
You literally got hit by a truck.
Literally got hit by a truck.
Literally.
And then I texted him. I was like,
Why were you out in the street?
And, you just play on
Jaywalking?
the street, right?
Hanging out.
Like this one guy
Playing
handing out
soccer?
candy on the way back. Like he just got hit by a
Playing
truck.
street hockey, whatever, man.
Yeah,
It happens.
Understandable.
yeah, car. Yeah. So I text him, and I'm like, dude, I'm dying. I'm on my way to the hospital. Like I feel terrible, right?
You better find somebody to fill in for you.
Yeah, that's the text I got back was like, call so and so, see if they can come in for you.
You can-
And I'm,
Like,
I'm
you
close to
call
the
that.
ER
No, I have
because I'm like,
priorities
throwing
right
up my guts,
Oh my god!
and they want me to make a phone call to see if some other guy.
So
can
is
cover
that
for
how
me.
Byron is?
Oh, 100%. Byron is the worst boss.
Oh wow.
Well, you learn from the best, right?
You learn from the best.
Mm.
I'm a good employee. At every job I've had, I've buttered up my managers so that I could just do whatever I want.
Well,
I don't
here's what
feel
I
very
here's what I
buttered
like.
up.
He says he's a good employee.
He's not.
I'm at the store on Friday. They are talking about how they want to fire him.
Oh no!
Yeah.
They come in earlier before the podcast. They talk about how we need to fire him
Oh no!
in front of him. So
We like to keep an open.
You know, we have
dialogue.
like a lot of candidates come in who
So
want
Maria,
to Sandia Music
Maria,
Sounds.
if you need witnesses at the when you go to the Better Business Bureau, I'll get you the
The
video.
thing
I'd
about
appreciate
Byron
it.
is
I'd
that
appreciate
he is such a lenient boss. Anytime I ask him, like, "Oh, is Ryan coming?" Because Ryan's the other guy who works with us. I'm like, "Is Ryan coming in?" He's like, "I think so. I think he was supposed to come in today. What time? I don't know. Let me text him." And I'm like, they just come and go as they want. Or he's not
Well,
here. He has a ski trip planned.
No,
He won't be here all week.
That I knew about. I knew that about, right? The hard part with Ryan is he does work afternoons, right? Because he goes
No,
to
I'm
school
saying you're like
during
that
the
with
day.
everyone.
And then he just got into the Wind Symphony at the UNM.
Oh, nice.
And from what I hear, like that's hardcore.
Yeah.
right? Like
Pretty
if
serious.
Well, you better
tells
find a
you gotta
replacement
do
at work,
something-
though.
Exactly right. So
He
then he'll tell me,
texted
hey,
"What are you
we're-
doing today?"
we're running along. Well, cool. As long as we have someone to cover for certain things, like it works out.
Hmm.
But-
Yeah, that was not O'Neill's. Hey, I'm working as an actor. So is everyone else here, you bastard. You get your freaking shit.
Oh, you think
covered."
you're special?
I was like, I am. None of these
You're a
people
real
got
blue
hired.
flame special, aren't you?
None of these people got hired on a TV show. I did. Can
It-
you work around that? No, you're fired.
It's like
All right.
It's like that scene from Point Break. He's like, "You're just a real blue flame special, aren't you?"
Damn.
See, but Brenda though, like every day she's like, "Can I leave early?"
Well, it's because they have errands to run.
I
No,
feel like that's a
but
personal
here's-
thing.
I
No,
know,
no,
but
no,
my
no, no,
thing
no.
is,
Hold on, hold
I'm
on.
always on call though, whereas Ryan and Maria are not.
She has errands to run that she wants to do while she's during work hours.
Yeah.
So when she's done with the errands,
Yeah.
she can relax on her off time.
Yeah.
I will
yeah.
say though,
She
I
still wants to get
am
paid till
always
3
on
o'clock.
call because why are people messaging us on social media at like 6 a.m. and here I am at 6:02 messaging.
Are
them
you
back.
saying you're on call because you get social media PMs?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
DMs?
First of all, we get a lot.
I wouldn't say
Oh,
why.
sure.
We get some.
No, yeah, and then like
We
at
could be
10 at
getting
night,
more.
I'm
We
like
could be getting
messaging.
more.
You don't have to answer at 10 at night. It's not like someone's dying.
No,
It's just that's
but
when
that
she's, like,
justifies me like
but not with the
also
kids.
coming and going.
You don't have a pager. They're like, oh, sorry guys, got to
No,
roll.
Byron runs
the other
a tight
day,
ship.
Brenda's like, I'm gonna work from home. So I call her like at 12. She's like, oh, I just woke up.
Well, it's because I was sick. I was working from home because I was sick.
Excuses.
I was-
Excuses.
I literally was throwing up. You
where
see
was
what I
your
mean?
doctor's note?
I was throwing up.
Could've
And
sent a
Byron was
picture of a
like,
valid doctor
That's
note.
just
Yeah.
bulimia.
Did you say that's bulimia? I'm not going to touch that. All right.
Lordy
It's
Lord.
inside joke.
All right. I'm going to see. We
So
have.
Topo Chico.
Okay, but
Yeah.
for the record, it was not bulimia.
It was not bulimia. She does not have, and if you do have a social or a eating
Yeah.
disorder, you should probably get that looked at and help. Please,
Is there a phone number we can give out?
no. Just, I'm sure there's one locally. You could probably
If
Google
you
it.
Google it.
Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yay.
Yay! I want to thank you guys for doing the video with Johnny Mouche and putting our hat in it. That was awesome. And I want to thank you guys for doing the
Of course.
between two guitars, and I got to be the first one. I've gotten
Woo.
pretty good response from everybody that saw it and has talked to me about it. It's very cool.
We'll
They're-
have to show it to Smiley.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to show Smiley what the internet is.
No one tells me nothing.
Smiley, if you were on Instagram, so you guys made
Yeah.
fun of me for being on Facebook. This motherfucker's not even on Instagram.
Yes,
I did know that when I was researching you. I tried to look for him and I couldn't find him.
Mm. This
Really
guy
made me even smile.
who used to model and is more vain than anybody I know is not on Instagram.
Well, yeah, people are supposed to take photos of me.
Well,
That's how
yeah,
it works.
and then you post them on your Instagram so that people could see them.
Well, no, they post it for me, right?
No,
Yeah, but then how do they tag
I've
you?
never seen exactly. I've never seen a picture of you on Instagram ever.
That's because I'm not on Instagram.
No, that's where you're
That
missing
makes
out.
sense.
You can't
That
tag
makes
me.
sense.
I'm sure once I go on, they're like,
You know what?
oh,
I'll post a photo of you
there you go.
That you'll never know about.
That'll
that you'll
never-
never see.
No,
You'll
everyone.
never see what I'm taking the photo.
So when people go, where do they go to Sandia Music and Sound? How do they get there?
Well, by car, by
Like on
bus.
social media or
What's
like
the
at a store?
address?
The address is 5105 Homestead Circle. We
Northwest.
are on the corner of
Albuquerque,
Homestead
New
and Taylor
Mexico.
Ranch.
Do you guys have a website?
We do. It's sandiamusicandsound.com.
Mhm.
And then Sandia Music and Sound, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and X soon.
Never.
What about Blue Sky?
Blue Sky soon.
And if you get a message,
Teams, Google Teams, we're going to start
it
doing
will
that
be
too.
for me.
And make sure that you DM
Message
them
me at
DM them
midnight.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So she's on
Only
call
between 3 a.m. and 10.
because she's on call.
Only
on
because,
call.
okay, the only
I gotta
reason
get
why
on
I
this.
do that is because Byron will yell at me in the morning and be like, "Did you see this message at midnight?" And I'm like,
Okay.
"No, I was asleep."
I asked her.
and then he
No,
was
no.
like, "No, you do that all the time."
Did you
though."
get-
so now I'm
did you
like,
take
"Oh,
care
I
of
must
this?"
reply."
Sounds like
He does say
slacking.
that. He does say that.
Like
so now I'm
the
like, I must
excuse.
reply.
Do you guys have drumsticks at 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
No, but they're mostly for like
Yeah.
planning things for the future,
Yeah.
like bands and stuff.
No, we've had some.
No, but like the ones they reply to
Inquiries,
that are like, like a band messaged
Yeah.
me yesterday at midnight, and I was like up, and I was like, well, I guess I'll reply.
And you guys have some shows coming up?
Yes, on the 21st and the 22nd,
At 8 p.m.
between 8 and
Mountain
TBD. Then we have the workshop between 4 and 6,
Yeah.
and the concert between 8 and 11-ish.
CBD.
TBD. Cool.
Yeah,
And
come
that's a
support
Saturday?
local. They're
That's
all
this
local
Saturday
artists.
and
They're
this
all
Friday.
local bands.
Everyone is local.
Yeah.
Everyone's loco.
Yeah.
Local.
Damn
They-
right.
They only drink for Loco, so it'll be
Smart.
a party.
Smart.
No
Yeah.
Topo Chico.
No
No
Topo
Topo
Chico.
Chico.
Or Loco Gold.
Yeah, but support local artists. I think it's a lot of fun that
Yeah.
people want to come and play and.
No. Support local businesses too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
just support each other
So-
locally,
Yeah,
all
let's
around.
Support each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Local and-
We're making way with our T-shirt wall.
Stop picking your fucking kids up in the parking lot. That's, what I'm saying.
If anyone is listening from
Yeah.
LBJ,
I'm gonna come out and
Please.
toss hands with some parents.
It's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
speedway.
No, did we tell you about this guy that like got out of the car and like came up to Brenda?
I think we talked about
like
last
on
time.
the last show, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Did you
Well,
fuck
To
him
still
this
there.
day, I will
Did you
not
fuck
go
him up?
outside now.
Still there.
Did you fuck him up?
I tried to. We got back in. his
See,
car.
my plan, I was like, you know what would be really funny is if we break glass and just put it all over the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
and then
would
Byron
be-
was like,
yeah,
"You
I would do
shouldn't
that. Yeah.
It's a bad
I
idea.
figured he got out of the car and you were like,
it's an accident.
I figured he got out of the car and you were like, oh hell. No.
Oh no, I was because he was like,
Pop,
"This is
pop.
private parking," and I'm like, "No, it's not. This is public parking." I was like, "No, it's not. There are the signs that say you can't park here unless you're a
Yeah.
customer."
He was literally like right in front of the sign.
I'm like, "What are you gonna do? Hit me? I'm 5 feet tall."
You're gonna miss.
It's like
Yeah,
powered
like-
over.
You're gonna go right over her.
Oh, cool! You hit a girl. Congrats.
Oh my golly.
Fuck him up.
I'm here to
Oh, I
minute
will
children.
though.
But I want to thank you guys for all coming back on the show.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
everything you do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
fuck
you.
yeah.
It's
And,
pretty-
and we'll do it again.
Gang,
Yeah.
gang, for
Yeah.
real.
We'll do it again.
Next time at the shop, we'll do it live. We'll do a telethon.
We'll do it
Ooh,
live.
Should we do a live
Telethon?
show with a
Sure.
band?
Sure.
Ooh.
I've been wanting to do one where like it's like you ever watch KEXP?
No.
Oh, I'll show you what I'm talking about afterwards. We could do that.
Yeah, we're
It'd be
down.
dope. Yeah. Cool. And February 22nd at El Rey Theater, Duke City Championship Wrestling. Come out. It's going to be amazing.
If you're not at Sandia Music and Sound.
We are now members of the National Wrestling Alliance. Hobo Hank wrestled on the last NWA Power Hour.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who the NWA is, but
Yeah.
it's a Do you know who owns the NWA?
I don't.
Billy Corgan.
Corgan.
Okay.
And I'm not saying he'll be there on Saturday, but
Maybe.
And remember, kids, all of this wrestling stuff is real.
It is real.
Don't try it at home.
Do not
Don't
try
try
it
it.
out.
Unless
try
you're
it at home.
professional.
These are trained
Uh,
Trained athletes.
March 9th, we're going to have Mailing Armijo, who is a mayoral candidate on this show. So get your questions for the chat ready to go because
Is there somewhere I can leave my question early?
sure.
Can I like just put a
Ooh.
question in there somewhere?
You can just personal
the
message
question?
me, DM me, and then I will ask it on the show, unless it's ridiculous. But
What would you consider a ridiculous question?
It has to be a real question.
Do you think
Yeah.
you're a better dancer than me?
oh no, I'll ask her that.
Okay.
I'll ask that.
That's a serious question.
You think you're?
Should she be on between two guitars?
Ask her. You know what?
Yeah, no,
That'd be
I'm
so
not doing that at
funny.
all.
You should ask her.
I'm out on
Yeah.
that one.
So,
You know
yeah,
what? I'll watch it live and then I'll pop in the question.
You do it. I want to thank you guys for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank everybody out there for watching.
Yay.
And thank you everybody who gave me a good birthday wishes. And thank you, Smiley.
Always.
And with that,
We are 10 drink minimum.